टाइम सेंटिनल देखला एवढा लाଗୁଛି मैच
यो गाइस, वेलकम बैक टू द लाइव स्ट्रीम। क्या हाल चाल है भाई? जिंदगी आई होप सबकी अच्छी चल रही है मेरे सिवाय। अगर भी नहीं चल रही तो अच्छा चलेगा। चलो देखो देखो देखो, साउंड ऑन कर रहा हूँ। बहुत दिन से स्ट्रीम नहीं किया था। अच्छा लेट्स गो भाई। 0-5 चल रहा है। टाइम आउट किसने लिया? डीएफएम ने लिया है टाइम आउट। मजा आने वाला है।
बाप रे, ये काम कर सकता है क्या?
क्या बता भाई?
अभी कितना चल रहा है? 5-0 चल रहा है ना?
हाँ हाँ।
तो तू थोड़ा पीछे कर, थर्ड राउंड देख वीडियो एक बार।
अरे चल चल, कोई ना, बाद में देख लूंगा भाई। 10 सेकंड का ही टाइम आउट है भाई।
अबे 10 सेकंड में बहुत कुछ हो जाता है तू देख।
अरे नहीं भाई, चल चल।
लाइव दबा दियो।
लाइव प्रेस कर दिया है मैंने। या स्टार्ट हो गया है ना? चलो गाइस।
टाइमर क्या चल रहा था?
1-0 स्टार्ट हो गया।
हाँ सेम।
यस यस ओके। अरे उडोटन, क्या ट्रेड भाई! मेरे आते ही ये हो गया क्या?
टाइम आउट ले, थोड़ा अच्छा खेलेंगे ना ये लोग।
हाँ वो तो है।
इनका कोच बोला होगा
भाई
स्कैटर होके खेल रहे हो,
ओडिन
एक साथ पिक करो।
क्रिस्टल, भाई 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 भाई। अरे भाई क्रिस्टल ट्रेड हो गया भाई। ओडिन लेके ट्रेड हो रहा है।
उनका कोच बोला होगा साथ में रहो, ट्रेड निकालो। एक एक करके मर रहे हो।
अरे भाई साहब बैटमैन
तो भाई 6-0
नाइस।
13-0 होने वाला है क्या आज?
हो जाए तो बढ़िया है।
ये मैप पिक जी का ही है।
स्प्लिट है क्या? क्या है ये? देखा नहीं। ब्रिज ये पहला मैच है ना?
हाँ
चलो
इसको मार दे भाई आज अपने बंदे भाई।
मार तो रहे हैं।
बाय द वे कल पीआरएक्स हार गई एक टीम से, आदल क्यू से 0-2 से, ठीक है? तो पीआरएक्स अभी मीडियम ब्रैकेट पे है, तो अगर ये वाला जीती
हाँ
उसके बाद एक मैच हो सकता है पीआरएक्स के अगेंस्ट।
ओह
इससे
ये भी क्या लीग मैचेस चल रहे हैं क्या?
ये अभी चल रहा है किकऑफ्स में 3 टीम सिलेक्ट होगी
हाँ
जो कि उसमें मास्टर्स में जाएगी।
मतलब बेसिकली ये वही है ना, मतलब लीग मैचेस ही है।
बोल सकता है।
अरे नाइस वन।
मतलब सारे रीजन से 3 टीम्स आएगी।
ओए 1-2
बहुत दूर है भाई, इजी डिफ्यूज कर ले भाई, इजी डिफ्यूज भाई।
अरे नाइस वन सावेक।
7-0
नाइस वन।
वो उठ गया था, उसको लगा पुश कर देगा, फिर देखा कि वो एम पे है तो स्टिक कर लिया उसने।
भाई लाइट डार्क आ रहा।
बैटमैन भाई सेक्सी गेम। इन लोगों का कोऑर्डिनेशन इतना जम रहा है ना सारे प्लेयर्स का अपने।
Calls are going a little bit problematic. The positions and lures being read. I mean, we've got 007 for Yatska and 0-7 and an assist for Cess.
I think Batman still hasn't died yet at all.
Just once, just then.
Continuing for DFM nonetheless, in with Hunter's Fury as well.
अरे भाई ज़ैविक बेचारा।
With his hunt. Marked down by dimensional drift now.
ओह लॉल ओडोडन एस नॉट भाई मेरा पकड़ के झूल जाओ। एस्ट्रोनॉट भाई पकड़ के झूल जाओ भाई।
Imagine 100 kg hanging on your dick, bro. Like that's pathetic and brutal as well.
अरे भाई क्या भाई, इतना चोक कौन करता है भाई? अरे यार 7-1 कोई ना।
Very important though for DFM to be in the server in this game, to be present and not just fall over. So to be able to find a round there, it's going to be good. 7-5, the best possibility. The A site yet again. They're able to get in. They're able to get these plans down. It's the post that's betraying them. Maybe it is just a bit of a position for Cess to not play away from the team, to be a body that is able to shoot with support is going to be important as well. But you still got to try and break this economy of GE.
हाँ सही। MBGNG can't can my अच्छा she my bad can survive that। वाह भाई भाई, और भी थोड़ा छोटा छोटा करके बात कर ले भाई, और भी छोटा छोटा करके, है ना, इतना छोटा छोटा करके। अरे भाई C5, अरे नाइस वन, बट नाइस ट्रेड।
टैकल पे घुस के मार रहे लोग।
राइट में 2 है, डायमेंशनल ड्रिप।
अरे अभी तो अल्टा था इसका।
अरे यार
ये दोनों टीम पे क्या योरू?
नाइस अवेक ऊपर से। ओ अरे बम्मा कोई ना। 2-3। अरे पैटमैन भाई भाई भाई।
Crystal to do some initial scouting while Pat continues to keep them invested towards the back B main.
No paranoia.
आ गया ऊपर।
अरे भाई
TP up at the top. It's good identification from Akame.
अगर ब्लाइंड फायर दे दिया
Very capable of finding. I mean, look at the low HP in Pat.
गया 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 स्मोक गया। अरे अरे यार अबे नहीं रे, मेरे आते ही ये हो रहा है क्या? वाओ इसका नाम क्या है? सीज, मेरे को C5 दिखा। लॉल
सुबह आएगा क्या?
पता नहीं भाई। ऑप उठा लिया है किसने? किसने? मेली। और दास भाई आ जाओ डिस्कॉर्ड भाई।
Autumn's TP about to fade. He only has 1, mind you, so when that is gone, he's either committed or then without. And he's holding in the elbow, so he is committed into this deeper line.
Yeah, with an operator could be effective still, keeping things competitive out towards middle.
क्या खा रहा है भाई?
Not feeling safe enough to really creep on up.
चिकन नवाबी।
वाह भाई कितना ऑर्डर करके खा रहा है। ओटोटैन ए रे, अरे भाई
And there goes DFM into sight, streaming through with Javi getting gunned down as well.
Nice Batman.
Slight flank while Pat holds around the pyramids.
और nice Batman.
Toxic screen to sidestep through. 2 kills to his name. Listening for the tap.
Autumn so far away though. Let's just get Adelon over here. Operator from the flank.
मारेगा।
और nice Batman.
Oh nice.
Just from behind it, and remember that flank I just spoke about? You have to have a bit of an idea as made that this can be possible.
और nice Batman. और Batman.
Experience worth its weight in gold in the server at the moment.
अकेले ले रहा है भाई।
अकेले ले रहा है भाई।
आज से लाइव स्ट्रीम
Are open, man.
पूरे नो है ये डाल
Insane भाई।
आ रहा है कमबैक आ रहा है चैट।
पैसा
manages to step away.
भाई दोस्त आ रहा कितना बना तुझे
Find the shot onto Cess. I mean,
इंदा
it's the
तुझे
same thing.
पागल हो गया वो।
Someone died immediately as it
10
started
टଙ୍କା
to come
देता
into
ना
existence.
अच्छी 10 टଙ୍କା
You've
फांका
got to
करता
be aware of these little gaps that do
ये लोग
happen
तू
in
ये
these
देता
moments, but there's so much that'll be going through. Seth's
ओले
flying
ये
in that
बोल रहा है
situation.
गैस
And now it's going to be more of a rapid approach in
तूने
terms
फोन
of
नहीं
speed.
कर
अरे
Oh, and
क्या था
that's
पैटमैन
आपण समजता बस ये
भाई देखा या नहीं देखा?
कार्बन के आसपास लाइक बाहर को आता है तो बहुत क्लियर
Zavik, nice.
Sets up
अरे
a
मैं
screen
क्या
for
मोबाइल
Vio.
ऊपर
अरे पैटमैन पैटमैन पागल हो गया है भाई.
Perfect duo.
अरे उठा नाइस.
पार्टी तो मैं फील लेट भाई ये पार्टी
we've got from them so
बिट्टी
far.
दे इंच बोतल ले तो बाहर उड़ पके
For
तू मुझे
an aging start from Global Esports in a map that I was really expecting more from DFM, but I also highlighted earlier quite. I said that the percentages that we've seen from DFM on the attacking side of Kickoff has not been sufficient enough when you compare it
पैटमैन
to
पागल हो
DFM.
गया है भाई.
Up there on the defensive side, but they are not able to get a wall on attack to try and lead, try and gain advantages.
भाई DFM लॉस्ट लग रही है बिल्कुल के साथ.
Very good job of punishing you.
बिल्कुल लॉस्ट है भाई. ढूंढ रहे कहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है उनको समझ ही नहीं आ रहा है कुछ.
ये मार्टिन उड़ बोल रहा है
Evolution out.
आर्ट लेके आ गया है जेट.
Quick from DFM. What do you do? First off, you stall. Crystal.
अरे
Get
अच्छा नाइस ट्रेड. अरे भाई उड़ान.
So multiple X's on the map outside cross mid.
अरे यार ऑटम. उड़ान पागल हो गया है भाई.
Spike on his back. But at the end of the day, it is 1 versus 3.
इनका कोऑर्डिनेशन बैठ रहा है भाई सबका.
हाँ ऑब्वियसली भाई लाइनअप में है बैठे हुए.
नहीं नहीं बहुत ऐसा होता है ना.
अरे उड़ान.
डिफरेंट ट्रेड्स निकल रहे हैं.
ओहो भाई थैंक गॉड लग गया भाई. हाँ
25 kills.
बहुत बार ऐसा होता है ना
25
कि अकेला प्लेयर चोक हो जाता
I need someone
है.
to be
टीम भी खत्म हो जाती है.
the
तो ये लोग का कोऑर्डिनेशन बहुत अच्छा होगा. लाइक हिस्टोरिकल ट्रेड्स निकल रहे हैं. अगर एक मर गया तो दूसरा ट्रेड आ ही रहा है.
That's gotta be up.
90% ट्रेड्स निकल रहे हैं.
मैं कौन तो जॉब दिया
कोऑर्डिनेशन है.
You would know, but
आगे असले पॉसिबल
कोचेस कैसे हो रहे हैं.
तू दो ग्रीन लाइट दे के
Tell one thing for sure. though.
कोचेस को देखा तूने.
ना नहीं देखा.
अबे
ओए बाकी
नहीं देख पाया. ओबीएस खोला था मैंने.
भाई साहब क्या सेक्सी खेल रही है भाई. क्या स्कोर हुआ. क्या स्कोर हुआ.
so they do, you know, leave up.
किसका बोल रहा है? हाँ 2-10 है स्कोर. हाँ हाँ
थोड़ा देख के बोल. मेरा फोन अभी दूर है थोड़ा.
हाँ बोल तो रहा हूँ 2-10.
Would go to favor DFM.
2-10.
Damn, man.
Oh yeah. Given the sky chamber, I'm not the greatest fan of it.
भाई कहाँ से थंबनेल बनाया भाई? चैट जीपीटी.
Sure. I like to see innovations here and there, but
हाँ जेमिनाई.
जमीना
just yet.
रेशियो का मार चुद गया है भाई. 16:9 से 16:8 हो गया है.
I mean, I gotta say it obviously, right? DFM that should be said. GE do like this A site. That should be said. And it is the weaker side from DFM at the moment. They are pushing over towards B with 3, so they can
attacking कर लो भाई.
flank.
Attacking वाले बंदे तो है अपने. देखते क्या होता है.
Better back up the normal.
लग गया एक शॉट इसे. पीछे देख ले भाई. अरे नाइस ऑटम. ओ पैटमैन.
Well, Pat.
शॉट.
ओहो पीछे से बैकस्टैप.
कोई नहीं.
2v2 इजी. अरे क्यों रे?
Now getting shut down. It's just Crystal.
मारेगा क्रिस्टल मारेगा. चल.
Classic 2 tries
अरे
to
thanks.
go
अरे नाइस.
about
manages to
1
take
HP,
him, but still
1
चल भाई
HP.
1 HP है स्पैम स्पैम भाई मेरे
Needs to sling out some good magic to be able to find this one. He's gonna
नहीं
get off it.
अरे
Yes!
ओ
On one HP.
अरे माँ कसम
भाई
He
साहब
ended that round as
1 HP
oh, freaking
अरे भाई 1 HP भाई
हेला
Found the spike as well.
अरे माँ कसम भाई
भाई स्पाइक कर
One
लिया उसने
long range ghosts.
भाई साहब
भाई साहब गोश्त के अगेंस्ट हो यार
Oh my
भाई
god.
लेकिन इस बार पता है ये जी सॉरी डीएफएम बहुत खतरनाक बन चुके हैं जल्दी जैसी टीम को 2-0 किया इन्होंने
ठीक है हमें क्या भाई हम तो जीत रहे हैं फिलहाल
Red Bull clutch to come out from Chris DFM.
Bhai.
You see what the Marshals are going to be able to do with the
Let's
Sheriffs
go.
as well.
Marshal.
Trades. There's the first.
टीपी
No trade.
अरे ऑटम
As May falters on the side.
Nice.
The crosshairs of Autumn. This is going to be a bit of a quicker one.
Taking
Back to this utility if you want, but the Marshal makes
Yeah,
you
it's now
second
outlaw,
guess
bhai.
a little here as Global. They don't need to overplay their hands. They don't need to
डरते हैं क्या डरते हैं क्या
They've got a player advantage. They can really allow DFM to slip
हम
up.
एज ए प्लेयर डरते हैं पर वो एज ए प्रोज नहीं
Together as
डरते
a pack. The right call.
क्योंकि हम जितना टाइम होमवर्क करते हैं उतना टाइम प्रैक्टिस
Success is
करते
the
हैं
only one left on this ace.
भाई मेरा क्या भाई मैं तो होमवर्क भी नहीं करता
Gonna swipe it
अरे
away.
नाइस क्या ट्रेड था ये
It's a big firefight as well.
अरे नाइस हो भाई क्या था भाई
It's up
अबे
to
बिना
Matt
साइड से ही खत्म हो गया बीच में
Yeah, did not think this scoreline discrepancy was what we would be seeing
Well,
in
that's
the
the way.
DFM in map 1 of the day, no matter what
Bhai
it
sahab.
would have been. Because we saw how great the start to Kickoff was for DFM as well, right? Very impressed with the game against Gen G, although we've seen some falterings there. I think in their game against RRQ, RRQ is always going to be a bit of a beast, but they have some issues on their defensive side. The road, probably want to forget
भाई
about
12-2 से आगे हैं भाई ये लोग
was seen in the beginning from RRQ, just demolition on that attacking side. There we go anyways. See if DFM are going to be able to have a little bit of depth in this map of threes.
watch back that previous green.
Yeah, they'll be kicking themselves from the result.
देख लिया
They'll probably have to rewind the tape a little bit further in the series to pick up where you went wrong.
वो लोग होल्ड कर रहे हैं ना
Now, find whatever you can get. Playing the long angle, trying to find
अरे
Autumn.
ऑटम
the Marshals coming through. Running down GE as they
बोनस आ गया
अरे भाई
अरे नाइस
नाइस क्या बोल रहा है बे
मत क्या हो
another smoke kill.
स्किन से क्या हो
Try and force his way in with Shroud Step and not expect
2v4
holding inside.
पॉसिबल तो है
But as they all start to fade, so too the chances of GE.
कोई नहीं बोनस राउंड है अपना पैसे इसके बाद बाय राउंड आएगा ना
You got the flank.
ये अभी तक सेकंड राउंड वेपन से खेल रहे हैं
Of course, being held by
हाँ
Six,
वो तो है
where he finds
सस्ते
the
वेपन
space,
है
he will try and hold
नेक्स्ट
it.
राउंड बाय राउंड आएगा तो खत्म क्लोज ही हो जाएगा 3-13 ही होने वाला है ये
Shouldn't see a way in which GE are going to be able to break
ज्यादा से
into
ज्यादा
this B side.
अगर ये राउंड निकल गया तो और भी अच्छा है
और भी बढ़िया बात है हाँ
With 3.
अरे
And they will go peek, of course.
कोई नहीं ठीक है
Just waiting for the smoke to go down now. They heal.
एक किल निकालो भाई पैसे खत्म करो उनके
So not really any
मैं के लोग ना कहते भाई ने मैं के मुंडा नहीं चोद दे
other than some
अरे नहीं है कोई ना
targets on the other end.
कोई ना आंटी
Round out for DFM, but there's a lot to go.
Oh, absolutely. It is a massive mountain that you got to try and do.
क्या हाल चाल है चैट
And if you're just playing percentages, as
कैस्टर बोल रहे हैं मैसिव माउंट यू हैड टू क्लाइंब
completely honest, build them all up.
और भी
and
बहुत
break
लंबा
talking about one
राउंड
side's
खींचना
round
पड़ेगा
to
तुम्हें
absolutely
पास भी
overwhelm
पहुंचने के
your
लिए
opponents.
इतना नहीं पॉसिबल है
You want to just throw this map away
मतलब
for DFM as
हिस्ट्री में
well.
हो चुका है ऐसी चीजें
Always
बट
reset from a massive,
ठीक है ये नहीं करने वाली इतना तो
scoreline
पता है
difference. Using the close
ये सब फेनेटिक जैसे टीम्स का काम है
अरे पैटमैन
Go out guns blazing anyway and attempt.
फेनेटिक जैसी टीम भाई कमबैक की है 2-11 से कमबैक किया है लोग
भाई डीएफएम अगर घुस गया अभी ये मिली अरे माँ कसम भाई
अरे नहीं मई ने मारा मई
Gone through though, so GE
किसने मारा
still looking
मेली ने मारा मेली या क्या है नाम है मेली अरे पैटमैन
trench on
नहीं,
back.
अरे पैटमैन एस मार ले भाई एस मार ले भाई मार ले एस
Onto Cess
अरे
as
उड़
well,
अरे
maybe
कोई ना
have the information
अरे
to
क्रिस्टल
set up
आज चलो
right angle.
लेट्स गो
अरे जी भाई खत्म हो
लेट्स
गया
गो भाई
क्या हुआ लास्ट में खत्म हो गया भाई
मजे
क्या हुआ नहीं पता खत्म हो गया
13-3 भाई इजी बे नेक्स्ट मैप स्प्लिट है ना नेक्स्ट मैप क्या है नेक्स्ट मैप क्या है पर्ल है अगर भी डिसाइडर में गया ठीक है अगर भी डिसाइडर में गया वो तो स्प्लिट है वो तो वैसे भी हम जीत रहे हैं
from the likes of DFM going into the next map. Reset yourselves here. It is a best of 3 for a reason.
हमें दूसरी वीडियो में कभी सेम रिएक्शन है क्या देखते हैं हम लोग क्या खत्म हो गया मैच
next and a lot more coordination, making sure we get off on the right foot.
ये लोग हीलर यूज नहीं करते क्या ये लोग क्यों नहीं करते
हीलर का काम बहुत कम होता है भाई यहाँ पे डैमेज से ज्यादा तो वन टैप होते हैं लोग कहाँ ही करोगे हीलर का तो ही है सेज यूज होता है पर पर्टिकुलर मैच से उसके लिए
Yeah, I mean that's got to be very close to 30 something minutes. I think there's a bit of a speed run happening here from
Sky यूज कर सकते हैं Sky लेकिन होता है बाइंड एंड पे यूज होता है
I never want
वो ग्रीन वाली लड़की ना
I want scrappy, I want fun, I want depth, I want and we're going to have to be begging a little bit more for DFM to bring us that in the next map.
उसका अल्ट क्या है
Who's got pen on their build? Me. What do you think
उसका
of this?
अल्ट कुछ जेलीफिश निकालेंगे ऐसे जो कि पूरा मैप में 3 एनिमी को कहीं भी ढूंढेगा था और उनको अगर लग गया तो वो लोग ब्लाइंड और स्लो हो जाएंगे
ब्लाइंड
तोड़ भी सकते हैं उसे तो बेसिकली पोजीशन पता चल जाता है एनिमी का
you know, they're calling him almost
वो
like
लोग
a
तोड़ भी
one-man
सकते हैं उसको
army. It's so funny
दिक्कत
because
वाली बात
DFM
नहीं है
was that team with May, but May was not performing up to snuff today. There are a lot of small
तेरे दोस्त का लैपटॉप से खेल भाई वैलोरेंट क्या दिक्कत है
नहीं भाई
shots that he normally would get, but this was an absolute, you know,
Nah.
I mean, that was one of the most dominant
Not
individual
good.
performances we've seen in Pacific.
हाँ सही टाइप ब्रो
32-5 from Batman. He also had a very good game against Paper X on the Omen. I mean, and I can see why he's performing so well. Like, he has got so many fans on side right now. Like, literally, the entirety of the Asia Pacific region is just willing this guy to perform well and wanting the best for him. And I think he's taking all of that energy and running with it in the server.
Yeah, the 516 ACS. He's just keeping all over the place as well.
मुझे मोड़ दो क्या साला
He is so confident right now.
हेलो
It just feels so easy. He's keeping into every smoke. He's
516 ACS Batman
It just seems like the other guy's not shooting back.
I don't want to see him initiate.
मोड़ दो क्या साला
Pullman for president.
what the
32 kills. Unbelievable. Now, it's been kind of interesting. So, you know what? Let's just rewatch some of these Patman moments. Do you like the Pullman? Are we keeping this name? Is this like... You're giving me a look
Batman
right now.
also.
You're
We're
like, no.
workshopping it.
Yeah.
We're workshopping it. It's like when, you know,
Batman Postman.
yeah, it's like when your like not so cool auntie is trying to like make something stick. That's the vibe that I'm getting right
What's
now.
up, kids? Hello, kids.
Hello, my fellow kids. I mean, Patman was looking very useful in the server. So many multi-frags. I mean, he really was on his game here. At the same time, though, how many whiffs are we going to see in these highlights? Like, DFM could not
No,
shoot
I'm
back
not
at this
focusing.
guy.
I'm not focusing on that man.
Okay,
Batman
all good.
the Postman Omen.
Postman Pat. Have you ever seen
Postman Pat,
Postman
I
Pat?
have indeed.
Yeah.
Because today, you know why he's the Postman?
Why?
Because he delivered
He
on
always
time.
delivers.
Delivered.
He always
He
delivers.
always delivers.
I mean, this round was unreal. Like,
I
multiple
like the jump,
players.
yeah, the jump
That was a
back.
hell of a shot. Jesus Christ. He really just was in flow state here.
But there's not much you can do, really. Yes, you can say just don't whip, right? But if a guy is shooting like this, it just seemed like there was a little bit of a force field around him, to be honest.
hello
It was actually amazing. It wasn't, you know, just pure aim duels. There were a lot of moments where he went to push the Astra, ult, went to push through his smokes. He has absolutely no fear when it comes to that. And like you guys said, like we saw a lot of this happen when he's playing Omen against Esports.
तो लैपटॉप खराब ही जगह पे
Well, also on the waylay, but definitely on the
But it definitely just seems right now he's playing
Huh?
so confident, so he's not doubting any of the first move. The first thing that comes to his mind, that's what
Hello.
he's doing. So he's just moving instinctually. And this
Hello.
is when we're speaking about
तो लैपटॉप खराब ही जगह
this is what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Right? we can see him not second guessing anything, and when he's going for that aggressive play, he just believes it's already he's envisioning what
ଆସୁନ୍ତାଲେ ମାଇନକ୍ରାଫ୍ଟ ଖେଳିଆ ଷ୍ଟ୍ରିମ୍ ରେ
and then he goes for the play and it works out every time.
पे मु लैपटॉप में सारा गेम खेलथिली लास्ट ईयर
हो मासे तो मात्र
से मासे आगु खेलथिल ना
हो आ से माइनक्राफ्ट खेलिया डी
ना टाइम होने मु पळे आसे टाइम होने पळे आसे
काहे टाइम होने बे जते टाइम में फ्री फायर खेलु से टाइम रे खेल दवा डी
बहुत पैक रोच भाई
हो
से मोबाइल गेम से बैठ के खेल दो जल्दी इजीली ऑन ऑफ करियो इसे गेम में बसला माने कोड टाइम जो जोड़ा बोल
हो सेटडो कथा
हां बस एटा ही
अरे ना भाई
भाई बैटमैन किल हला 32
only
32 kill 5 death
only expected more
516 ये एसीएस
only
तांकर एसीएस हला हाईएस्ट 207
bro is on another level
516 एसीएस मागे बुझी बाचो तो माने प्रो मैच में हाईएस्ट उड़ा जाए 300 हाईएस्ट उड़ा जाए एसीएस माने एवरेज कॉम्बैट स्कोर बुझिलो
माने हां बुझिली
कितने फेस टू फेस फाइट नहीं छु प्लस जीती जो बाप रे चुप्पी दीजिए इसके अलावा से देखो जी लाइव स्ट्रीम में देखो जी ओ माय गॉड what the fuck is this experience
It's supposed to be a short person joke and ended up being a heavy person
Nigga,
joke. Sorry, continue.
Every time, right? So if it's the worst timing for it to happen as well, right? You're really having a hard time, and you really need your star duelist to make his entry safely. This is why you're playing Jet. And now you're going into the veto, which, okay, yeah, it's already a little bit harder. And now you're not.
Hey, 8 round
so it symbolizes and shows
Caro.
exactly what was happening during
the Batman.
A good setup from GE, but then there's also some mistakes.
I mean, I think Jet just seems like a outdated Asian these days. Like that's where the waylay is worth its weight in gold. Where you go into a site, things aren't going well, you refract down, then you have that second.
Batman sets a new record for by
already ଆସିଲାଣି କି post
ନା ଏଇଠି ଇଏ କରୁଥିଲା ତଳେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଥିଲା
ନା ଯେ ତାଙ୍କର post ବି ପଡି ଯିବ ନା channel ରେ 500 SCS ମାନେ noob lobby ରେ ବି କରିବ ତା ଏତେ SCS ଲାଗିବ
Like on Haven, people still started doing it so
this is 400 जो SCS बहुत ଭଲ ଖେଳଲା 500 बहुत रेयर है
shoot it into your smoke the moment you dash into it. So a lot of these Jet players, they're getting
যদি opponent बहुत ଭଲ ଥିବେ ତବେ ଟକ୍କର ଦଉଥିବେ ତାପରେ ତାଙ୍କୁ kill କରୁଥିବ ଦେଲେ କି 500 ଥିବ
Jing also had a really good performance on for Paper X Jet, so it's still feasible. You can play it. The A split on Breeze, it's not bad with the Jet still, but overall I think there are potentially better options with some of the double smoker options if you're going for the double duelist.
The thing is, we even saw T1. Go watch the start of that T1 attacking side. Buzz was on a suicide mission into B, and to be honest, they were never interested in going B a lot of the time. They were almost just sending Buzz in with Astra smokes and using him as a decoy while they contacted mid to A. Like they even knew this isn't going to work, but at least it's going to draw a couple of rotations. I prefer that
game plan, especially when you're playing against the Yoru, right? So then you're either going to wait out the 2 TPs, so you wait around to like 40 seconds, right? Or you're going to have
MT जे को ଭଲ टीम ର प्लेयर ଅଛି कि जी रे खेलछन जो माने actually better खेलछन
that way right, but doing it
जाओ
बड़ा जी रे जहां तक खेलंती बाहर जाएगी बड़ा
ଭଲ ଖେଳନ୍ତି
Yoru and the
and unfortunately it's another lackluster attacking side from DFM. They opted to start attack, by the way. They chose this life.
We don't get to see enough rounds of their defense that's been their like the strong side.
भाई ये जो थंबनेल था ना हला अलगे जो वॉच पार्टी जो करथिली इंप्रेशन केते जाई छै कहतो 7000 इंप्रेशन टा भलो अछि हला फेस वैल्यू भी भलो अछि कथा होछि फेम नहीं तो से पे के आसुना बट जेमिति इंप्रेशन जाउछि दैट इज अ गुड साइड मैंने 7000 भाभी करছো तो अब टिके कौन चेंजेस करिया देखिया टिके सेटअप टिके बढ़िया
अबे तू टिके माने को कहलु कथाटा तो मोनोटोन होची बहुत टिके अप डाउन कर
माने
माने तते मो ऑफ स्ट्रीम हो तो टिके बुझे गेला
कहि दे एमती भी के स्ट्रीम देखु जी
ए स्ट्रीम कथा नहीं माने अलगा टिके एमती कहबे होला
अच्छा
स्ट्रीम सोलो कहि बुझे माने एमती किछि अलगा को न सुनिया ले कथा ले अरे से विषय कथा बा
Oh, absolutely. He's just gonna double the kills. He's gonna go in even faster. It's a really promising game for GE so far. Let's see how this plays out as we send it back to our casters.
Thank you very much, Deska. Yeah, back here with Quack and Komodo. I mean, this one, DFM really need to show up.
That's probably a bit of an understatement, but if they did a bit of a watch and research onto Bind, perhaps, for GE against Paper X, this is the they've just put it on Pearl. So I'm wondering right now, are we getting a very rare chamber in the composition for GE as far as Yudotan is concerned when we've got Haven? And are they pushing to go on every other map? I'd be very interested to see if they do opt to do that. Likewise of when Teo to the mix last kickoff, we've got just Teo merchants. Do we right now have Yudotan as a VCT merchant?
ଆଣିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଅର୍ଡର କରୁଛି କୋନଟା କଥା रिंग लाइट गुड ऑर्डर मार्च क्या ट्रेड था भाई
Yep, they are not scared to take fights whatsoever as the chokehold is
started the
side, the rest of the utility as well to zap
yes
as the clone was sent in
1-1
on that call
1-1 माने 1 डाउन असुंदी जणकर
so Yatska very much like to find some good timing against Autumn right now. I don't think he's going to
no
as GE will hold player advantage. Space in B, space up, forward of A for Harvey. As well if needed, expecting a perhaps split through us.
Yeah, you're not seeing anything towards A main or B, so you're quite clear that these guys might be taking time to re-clear middle. GE is quite aware of this. Yudotan is prepared. Unfortunately, goes down to Akami's pistol.
2-3.
He was very committed there. So he's done well to find one. And you got to remember how he has pushed all the way through A main. Now Patman spots out where Kaide is. You don't need to be too big for your boots here as well as GE. You've got a player advantage. You've got this flank. They can come on through. Well, they can say that. Good one, right? Patman, fighting the line inside. Does have a bailout scenario. But he does die.
अरे जाविक
now trying to stick the spike down. Meanwhile, GE just looking for the angles. Let's get bottom involved in this fight as well.
अरे खुद फ्लैश हो गया अरे मक्कर लाला पहला राउंड जीत गया अरे जाविक नाइस वन नाइस वन हाँ काट देला मैंने हमें काट देलु
अच्छा अच्छा
से काटी देई था तो ऑलमोस्ट काट देई था
अच्छा एफसी मोबाइल स्टार्ट मैच
भाई
टाइम लगे उसका स्टार्ट कर देते
अरे that the game plan from Global Esports is to always on the defensive side push somewhere. They are always going to want to try and find
thumbnail टिके AES टिके fuck up ही thumbnail
and then adjust because
nice आजा
almost be everywhere all at once.
देख thumbnail टा देख WhatsApp पर उठे
a 4-second 5-second window running which is massive.
Doing it again up towards A main. From Autumn as well, and he does find one through the smokes. Oh,
he's playing weak side at the moment, but he can get hungry for the kills as well with the TP to get out. Do like the G main as well. You recognize that it's just a
lot of scam or the CP bola.
Defenses, you should be all good. Towards back spawn. Make sure water pushes to come out. Autumn looks for a flank for a couple of seconds, so they are picking up be coming into play. I wonder if DFM are going to get a situation where they
clutch है जो
their way in here, get a plant perhaps. It's
भाई Batman
So does confirm at least just a little trinkle of information. At the same time though, got Yudo Got Crystal right around the corner.
They do get the plant.
अरे Batman. अरे nice one Batman. अरे अच्छा nice Udodan.
There they all go down.
Nice one.
Flawless round to come out from all Esports.
नहीं मेरे को एक बात बता, अगर ये डुएलिस्ट इतना अच्छा खेल रहा है तो इससे पहले क्यों नहीं
DFM, time to showcase what you have prepared for us.
अबे flawless निकला लॉल।
वही तो
into this veto.
मैं कह रहा हूँ अगर ये डुएलिस्ट अच्छा खेल रहा है, अगर ये डुएलिस्ट अच्छा खेल रहा है तो फिर क्यों नहीं खेलता था पहले।
ये फ्लेक्स कर रहा है, मतलब दो सारे एजेंट खेल सकते हैं। यार इसने ऑलरेडी डॉक्टर डुएलिस्ट पता है, इसका डुएलिस्ट चलेगा कोई फॉल्ट नहीं। यार इसमें भाई जिंग है, फोर्सेकन है, समथिंग है, some of the best duelists है पूरे पैसिफिक का। इसके डुएलिस्ट के लिए मतलब ओ नाइस चलेगा चलेगा।
नहीं भाई 2 डाउन है अपने।
बॉडीज डाउन करो बस, अभी कुछ नहीं चाहिए, चिल अपना। क्योंकि उन लोगों ने फुल बाय किया हुआ है, तो उनका अगर गन गिरा दे तो नेक्स्ट राउंड में पैसे मिलेगा। हम अगर डाउन हो गए तो कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है, नेक्स्ट राउंड फुल बाय ले सकते हैं।
स्टिल
पैसों के साथ खेलना है वैसा। भाई रेडिएंट बॉडी लटक रहा है भाई। आया था रेडिएंट बॉडी लगा था उसको।
कोई ना भाई, कुछ टाइम रुक जा, मेरा राइट बॉडी देखेगा तो।
अच्छा मेरा भी लाया भाई, मेरा भी ले आयो एक राइट बॉडी।
ठीक है भाई।
So
2v4 निकलेगा नहीं लग रहा है मेरे को।
नहीं निकला, गन नहीं है अपने पे।
स्टिल भाई
So quite comfortable to just look towards the spike itself. DFM listening to
We're bad,
the
that's right.
utilities, taking off the recon.
ठीक है।
This composition can definitely lead into some
2,900 plus 2,900. 5,800
क्या कॉइंस?
हाँ उतने का लॉस करवा दिए लोग। दो बड़े डाउन पे गए।
चल भाई
Very close to a couple of big ults for DFM.
इसलिए उनका एक बंदा गार्डियन लिया। मतलब सब पे वैंडल फैंटम होती है अभी।
Pushing towards the B side elevation for Javi.
थोड़ा सा चेंज भी मैटर करता है।
So that should be the freebie orb if they want it. Just do due diligence and clear all your options first. With how far you are up, get that lockdown available perhaps and get the Hunter's Fury off the plant.
अरे भाई भाई भाई।
Just kind of waltz on through and really
don't care about the orb, sure.
Wow.
It's fine.
Maybe they're handing it over. Okay, Akami will be the one to pick it up.
Hunter's Fury to play post in this 5 versus 5. Every single member of GE going to be coming from the spawn side.
अरे
DFM में जो है बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है।
A little bit early. Convergent pass clear out halls. We'll see where the light speed lands.
अरे नाइस ट्रेड। अरे उडोडान क्या ट्रेड चल रहा है भाई? अरे भाई अरे क्या ट्रेड चल रहा है? 1v2। अरे नहीं भाई 1v1 नहीं। और नाइस ऑटम। हो फाइनली भाई 5 HP भाई फैंटम के वजह से बच गया भाई, वैंडल होता तो भाई चुत गया होता। वैंडल का कितना ज्यादा डैमेज है फैंटम से?
फैंटम अगर हेड मारेगा लॉन्ग रेंज तो 140 गिरता है। वैंडल का लेकिन हाई डिस्टेंस पे 160 गिरता है।
ओह
फैंटम अगर क्लोज रेंज से हेड मारेगा तो 150 गिरेगा।
अच्छा
It's unfortunate. At least the ults have come
क्लोज
online.
मिड रेंज पे 150, लॉन्ग रेंज पे 140।
But how much favor do you put in the lock? Similarly to the same with the Universal Drift, it is a lesser buy for DFM in this scenario, which if GE win, cleanly, sets themselves up with a bit of padding on their own econ as well. So it can definitely be the time in the map to have a great start for the defenses for GE. Cause some worry for DFM, even more so from what we saw from the last map.
सोच रहा हूँ अपना मेन चेंज कर दूं। कभी कभी लगता है मैं जेट अच्छा चला लूंगा। ओह
Still sticking around.
अरे नहीं
Crosshair placement slightly thrown off.
It's just going to be go time for DFM to bully their way into the site as well. Then all of the arc pressure already established. They are in.
It's a really sticky situation.
अरे
At least
बैटमैन
the planter down.
प्लांटर इज डाउन।
उससे पहले मार दिया।
Still have the drift and cosmic divide available. Everyone else arriving soon enough up towards flowers. They begin to push up.
भाई बस प्लांट रोकने के लिए वो सैक्रिफाइस हो गया था।
अरे नहीं रे
And it's going to be Yachts.
आराम से अबे बाप रे।
Not a thrifty, but you would kind
not good.
of be, seeing two of the past six with the Outlaw doing a lot of the great damage onto the shield equipped GE members. There's some regens in there.
उनका ही मैप पे क्या थोड़ा मजा करने दो उन्हें।
वो तो है। डैमेज था भाई, क्या ही होगा। सेव राउंड है इनका।
हाँ
और लेके मर जाएंगे क्या?
Either वेट करेंगे ऐसे साथ में जाके मारेंगे या फिर स्पाइक फटने पे मर जाएंगे।
अच्छा मतलब कंप्लीटली अवॉइड करेंगे फिर।
हाँ वो कर सकते हैं या फिर ऐसे ही जाके साथ में मार सकते हैं पिस्टल से। क्लासिक है ना तो बेसिकली अवॉइड ही करेंगे अभी।
अरे वाह नाइस ट्रेड।
चलेगा चलेगा।
अरे लॉल जी भाई। अरे भाई बैक से
कोई आ रहा है घूम गया सही टाइम पे।
उनका एक गन तो नहीं ऑपरेटर नहीं है मार्शल है शायद। आउटलॉ
उसके पीछे नहीं ठीक है।
उसका मेली का कम एचपी है।
वो मे है मी आईयूआई।
ओहो आई है क्या वो?
हाँ।
हो गया प्लान। ये आई थिंक निकाल सकते हैं अगर चाहेंगे तो। मतलब थोड़ा लक चाहिए ऑब्वियसली। अरे गन तो मिल गया ऐसा।
आउटलो है ना।
जाविक को मिल गया ना।
हाँ गन मिल गया। मे भी सेव कर सकता है या फिर नहीं फुल एचपी है दोनों का। कर सकते हैं ट्राई। टाइम नहीं है ना।
अरे यार
स्पाइक कहाँ प्लांट हुआ है?
ओपन में था।
सेव करेगा वो सेव करेगा।
Anyone peel away, hold on to that gun as Harvey into the next round where you get a couple of ults. A little bit jumpy in the server. Equal scoreline, 3-3. Is this going to be a turning point for DFM to really see what they're made of in the server today against Global Esports? Otherwise, risk dropping down into an elimination run in the lower bracket.
क्रिस्टल की आवाज सुन रहा है? सुन रहे हो इसकी आवाज?
हाँ
It's a good read though.
Just do
Good
it, just
recognition
do
there
it.
from Crystal. Could be a split A for the moment in time.
भाई क्रिस्टल कितना प्यारा नाम है भाई.
Oh, nice shot.
From DFM as Autumn removes Cess from the equation, and Patman does well to not overplay his hand.
You gotta admire how they really calm their nerves down after the initial contact. Just long enough to find the shot. Now extra information off of it. Now you can definitely confirm it's gonna be a split A.
कितना मिलने वाला है किल यहाँ पे? एक ट्रेड हो गया. अरे नहीं रे.
What cost though? Their health incredibly low.
Yeah.
और नाइस क्रिस्टल.
Also open lines of sight.
Now you just need to not play this round essentially as Crystal from here on out. Wait for your
घंटी
team.
बजा दिया क्रिस्टल ने.
Don't give me an opportunity for the 1 versus 3. He's going to try and do it with the time that he's got in his hand.
अरे अबे नहीं रे.
I say you have to play 3 versus 1s as a 3 versus 1 because this is what
भाई 3v1 से 1v1 कर लिया भाई इसने.
Meet with May at this B site, but will he get here earlier than May?
अबे यार नियॉन नहीं साला कहीं भी भाग के जाके बैठ जाएगा.
That's what it comes down to. He's actually
Alt मार लिया.
continues to check the angle.
ठीक है उसका टाइम वेस्ट चल रहा है.
Crystal fine. He's got to be so careful.
Do you think that May has relocated into the lead for Crystal?
सर पता नहीं कहाँ है वो. पड़ेगा अभी. एक पिक पे देगा उसको नहीं. Oh nice.
Got a look long. Overdrive expired. Vandal in hand. Not planted for May.
चाहे तो डिफ कर सकता है.
Swing out and spot.
नहीं. अबे.
अबे.
Oh, it just it goes so perfectly. Red Bull clutch comes up huge for May.
And that is exactly why, my friends, you have to play very careful in this game and not give players clutch moments, not slip up in important, pivotal situations. May dug extremely deep. I would say May is playing like the May of old, the May we come to expect. We haven't seen that too much from him so far this year.
वहाँ पे 1v2 वाले सिचुएशन में फकअप हो गया.
The timeout will come around the
corner. डाउन पे उसने हेड मारा और क्या ही कर सकते हैं.
That round is a DFM's timeout though, because if they called it early, it could have been. No, it is GE's. They slipped up in that round, but May did amazing to find it.
यहाँ पे जो रेड बुल रखा जाता है, ये लोग पीते भी हैं.
That was not intended.
रेड बुल स्पॉन्सर है ना इनका.
हाँ तो वो पीते हैं ना, बस स्पॉन्सर, बस नाम का स्पॉन्सर.
नहीं पीते हैं, इनके सामने भी रखा होता है. ये जो कप रखा है ना उसमें किसी का रेड बुल है, किसी का कॉफी है. ये सब है.
वाओ.
Right now, that's getting slipped all the way across.
अब वो नहीं पता कि उस रेड बुल के डब्बे में रेड बुल ही है कि और कुछ है.
वो नहीं पता.
वो तो अगर स्पॉन्सर करेगा हमें तब बोलेंगे.
हाँ बताऊंगा मैं जल्द ही बताऊंगा.
And Yudotan has to watch over towards Main, just finds the wrong timing and the wrong spray. A little bit frazzled when May is jumping around with Ko coming down at the art lane. So, unlucky for GE there. We're set to the pistols now as DFM, as I said, if they can do really well on this attacking side, they should
B पे जा रहे हैं ये लोग.
good close on this map, given defensive history.
Nice shot.
ओरे पैटमैन.
There goes GE, just pistol trains all the way up mid.
Steal a gun from Order. So we'll see what he wants to do with the Vandal. If he is going to be,
इनका वापस से इको राउंड है.
be a question mark in the server to see if you want to consider dropping an ult here for GE as well. If they get another kill, absolutely.
अरे
Yatsika just mows them all down.
क्या था भाई?
A slight trade right at the end of it. Still though, Makeup's cracking through. Just on him and already revealed by the decoy. Tries to slow him down with a relay. May stays on top.
अरे यार कोई ना.
Just as easy as you walk through.
Good stability, good push from Yatska. Momo down, they line up. Easy as you like it, swatted like flies. Now the guns will be back for GE. This is an important one for DFM. You win this one, it's going to extend you on this attacking side. Reset GE yet again. You'll take the half, you'll look to go further. See an operator being brought out for GE as well. Really quiet it thus far, but economy does permit it now. Yudo-tan to pick that up and hold the B site by
Nice
himself.
one.
Effort by committee over at the A site. Patman finds the kill, courtesy of the supporting of Crystal. Back up as well. Again, GE love to lean these 4-1s, 1-1-3s for the initial game.
अरे क्या भाई?
Oh, DFM sees a slight gap in expecting to re-clear. Yudo-tan whipping the shot, so unfortunately it's back off the line. But
Not a good trade.
push out of art.
अभी पीछे से आ गया.
Because Kaide has managed to sneak up around the back. Barrels in the spot, the first player goes down. He has to shoot himself out, but not do it. Which leaves the A side open and right for the taking.
Yudo-tan missing that op shot is really problematic because the timing was found by DFM to get that flank.
कोई बात नहीं, attacker side है वाला.
GE committed by pushing in towards Art. There's no idea that anyone could be coming from main as well. You're just so
Save करेगा शायद.
in that situation. Yudo-tan even put the evolution here to get that health up that he did lose, so you no longer have access to that going into the next couple rounds. I mentioned that that was an important one for DFM. Currently found themselves in the driver's seat right now in terms of economy and rounds and future trajectory as well. Buys on buys.
A lot of padding, and if all things go right for the end of the first half, well, they might actually be looking pretty comfortable.
Yudo-tan will hold on to the operator for the next round.
Bueno.
One of the choices for GE. Sometimes you want to combo a couple of these ultis off the rip as well, see what you're going to be able to do. You want to try and deploy the convergent.
भाई क्रिस्टल ने जंप करके मारा है भाई.
Not going to be really a way that DFM can do that if you are caught. And I kind of lick my lips if they did decide to deploy it over towards A main at the moment, but it's going to be more mid-deployment for Global Esports.
It's just going to be a lot of noise. Maybe retake protocols for this one.
क्या बसड़ भाई. अरे ऑटम नाइस.
Hunter's Fury starting to rail on in by Akame as well, looking to find some chipper damage. The flash
अरे क्रिस्टल.
This is where it gets a little bit upside down for DFM.
अरे अरे भाई साहब.
DFM who were hot.
अरे भाई भाई भूत बना के मारा है.
Betrayed by pace DFM there.
ये था असली चोक भाई. लेफ्ट से निकल रहा है, राइट से निकल रहा है. ऐसे ही मार दे उनको आगे.
Nicely done in the battle of the scrap here earlier as well.
Bro was surrounded.
10 pieces ago, everyone thinking that GE aren't going to be sharp on the aim. Everyone thinking that Varel were going to be able to out-aim them. People thinking that DFM are going to be able to out-aim them. They are thriving in a couple of these moments. But DFM showing more in this map already as well. Can they maintain a lead on the exchange of the halves? Want them to be over at B. A marathon for the team to help him.
लगेगा shot. लगेगा.
Such deep line to take. It's going to take quite a while. The rest of the
अरे trade.
across the map, but there goes the exchange, and instantly DFM wants blood. They want to get that spike down.
Batman, Crystal, 2 ultimates to slow and remove health and audio. Has to be an angle you'd assume to drop them together here. There's the first and the second.
भाई क्या भसड़ है वे.
So much the seas and everything connecting too. Trying to set up for light speed, but just playing around the end of
अरे timing भाई.
Exactly where DFM plants their feet down. Just patting down he goes. The final domino to fall.
अबे निकल सकता है भाई.
The right position as well. Doesn't matter if it's slowed. Hugging the cosmic divide. Shorty's that close range. Get that first shot out. And a little crossfire of the nebula as well. Should be good. The layering of those ults as well does not really work out for GE. They can't get through it. That's why I mentioned the cosmic divide. Perfectly timed by Cess, in my opinion. No way that both of those ults are getting all 4 members of DFM. You just gotta hold your angles together properly. 3 versus 1. You don't drop that 2. 7-4. Last round of the half now. There will be buys for everyone in another extremity fight.
कितना एग्रेसिव खेल रहा है अपने बंदे आगे आके बिल्कुल कहाँ के खड़े हैं भाई
उनके मैप में तो ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए एटलीस्ट
Got a really good idea of G's intentions, so definitely spread thin somewhat for now.
Yatska's able to get a bit further in towards Art here. Pop the chokehold. Draw some eyes for Global over there.
Oh.
He's got the operator, so Patman does need to be careful as Autumn drifting for himself. Spots out some little information around.
Not enough, though.
Chokehold on the floor. You're going to try and bait this one as Kaede. Draw Patman to peek straight into the crosshairs of this operator.
Meanwhile, May still continuing to check around A main as well. Time is slowly ticking away.
Scope हटाया पिक गया उसने
Talk about timing. अरे nice one.
अरे हाँ चलेगा नहीं
30 seconds left. Akami comes back through. Pick up the spike. They go in. They get the site. Shorty's a hand. And they're looking
अरे nice David.
down. Remaining
2v1 easy.
2v1
2 versus 1.
It's all lined up perfectly. 10 seconds left as well.
Yeah, baited.
10 seconds
Just
left.
gotta listen out for it. Slowly trying to creep
अरे
up
nice one.
through. And it's just perfect enough.
Dave करते हुए extra पैसे भी मिल जाएंगे.
नहीं ये last round है.
Okay, हाँ.
The operator of Yatska getting betrayed a little bit there. Nice ideas from Patman to dash in towards main. You've got some aggro being drawn and the secret play where the shorties take their pot shots, but you're not expecting Harvey to be at the flowers line. 2 versus 1 as well at the end there. Played nicely by GE. Going together no matter plant or fake. That round certainly could have been either teams at either moment. But I will have to say, 7-5 for DFM. If they're able to pick up the pistol on their defensive side right now and get a good start, we may very well see map 3 split.
That's still a sizable if, though.
5-7 is not bad.
So far have not gone their way.
होगा अपने पास बैटमैन है जो कि वेले में है और योरू भी है. अटैक तो अच्छा होना चाहिए.
You did mention that you
दोनों ही
wanted
साथ में घुस
to
जाएंगे.
play against GE on a stage.
किल लेके वापस भी आ जाएंगे ऐसे वाले एजेंट्स.
After map 1, I don't think it would have been the same sentiment.
I don't know, man.
But right now, maybe.
Off the classes you got from before, yeah. Still feels pretty good. I am wondering how G might look to play on the attacking side.
ये लोग अपने शक्ल नहीं दिखा रहे भाई.
You know, we mentioned the TPs from before, but this one really calls to mind whatever happened on Vine against Paper X, right?
Yeah, I mean, when you've got this Waylay Yoru, if you're angling for a bit of a B-side play, you know that Halls is going to be attempted by the Waylay or the Yoru 99 out of 100 times, right? Generally, they're going to try and dive in if there was some sort of slow flash combos, some altercation there. So are you playing that for the expected traps as DFM? Are you playing outside of that? There's a couple of options that they just have to be aware of. The Sentinel utility is going to be over there for the beginning for Kaede. It's going to be the weaker side of B that the footsteps will already be heard. You got to run on over if you are DFM currently to back this one up. It's all 5 for GE. Invested to this B side.
Yeah, there's anyone who can run. It
Nice.
Very nice one.
Straight on through. GE just
Not a good trade.
Yaska trying to hold off back off the TP. He does manage to get a couple of dinks. Still though, Yudotan out for the exchange. Right now, as the skirmish settles, like it's planted.
May has to try to jump on in here with this shorty and be a little bit of a bait for the team.
Oh, that's gonna be so risky as well. He does have the relay though. Oh,
क्या हुआ भाई?
अरे
यार.
Off the top. Unbelievable pistol retakes coming through for DFM.
Highlighted it, I think, perfectly in that situation. Though the Waylay, the Yoru are going to try and get into the back. You just play that one as best as possible. You buy time for your team to get the rotation over. You find a kill, you find some extra damage there with that Ghost against Patman. Generally, these B-side takes for a comp like this are going to look a little bit more one-dimensional for GE. I definitely feel like they're going to have to play a little bit more of the playbook for the splits coming out into this B-site.
You call it. This is exactly what Yatska was expecting.
Around to DFM. extend out their lead, looking for a good start. Don't really want to see too much of a force up from Global Esports here with that plant down, though they are going to grab something. Marshall for Yudotan. Into
nice shot
of Yatska.
अबे nice shot क्या बोल रहा हूँ अबे भूल गया था defending अपना
You can still pick that up, Pat.
Make sure it's not a bit of a poison chalice though.
कोई ना देख अभी पैटमैन मारेगा.
Drawing attention so much that you hold it, you die. We'll see. Round should always be DFMs in this sort of situation.
Outlaw versus Marcel.
ये
क्रिस्टल कहाँ से लंगड़ा होके आ रहे हो? कहाँ पिट के आए ये?
Not really poking around too much. They're very.
उसके ऊपर कैमरा गया तो कूद के भाग रहा है 20 HP पे.
Get back in. This line will be superior for Yatska as well. Sees out the leg.
But yeah.
Doesn't connect on the shots. It does draw a bit of a rotate from DFM towards the B side, but not too much that you need to completely vacate A.
Almost. They do have the 1 star.
अरे
Enough for Cess to just go off peak and 2 headshots quickly collected upon.
अरे
Friday says no. Just Pat with Marshall. Poison chalice or not?
Done with the matter, the rest of the team's gone. You weren't juggling this for everyone to hold it to die. Gets another kill in the round though for the Global Esports side. Could be okay. 10 seconds to go. He will need to meet his demise.
Oh.
Kame to seal fate on that one. 9 for DFM by around the corner for Global Esports.
4 round in lead है बस इस बार slow में आना इनको.
How it's going to potentially look for them as well.
अभी buy round है, let's see.
A little bit more pacey to gain control around the map. Are we looking to really take these fights against DFM? You see the outlaw here. You got to be careful on the long lines that you're going to be trying to take. You can piece together where your problematic opponents are going to be situated. Bulldogs, Phantom, it's going to be a bit of workability here in this round for DFM.
क्या बजट होगा भाई यहाँ पे?
Brought towards main. Stars plays down. Graball does pop off, but Yudotan is going to be the one to land the first shot.
Yep, and we're just dumping an arsenal of abilities over at A as well for the retreat game as GE come out on top. Player advantage, all healthy across the board as well. Interceptor always going to be very valuable in those early fights as well. Removing the likes of Yatska's flashes and May's relay bolt, for example, always going to be quite good. Silence looms in the server. Says, soon, you assume.
अरे nice Rodan.
Down he goes. B side open.
Batman bot damage.
Immediately in the ring position.
Batman.
Incoming.
Autumn था lol. अरे nice Rodan. Zavik OP.
And it's a Kame who was the one that was nil equipped in towards this round.
अरे भाई
Still got a little bit more to go. Out the utility.
अरे माँ कसम भाई बैटमैन का तो वैसे भी एचपी लो है. अच्छा उसका भी लो है. जिसका पहला शॉट कनेक्ट हुआ वो जीता.
हाँ पर वो थोड़ा वो है ना उसमें एड्रेनलिन रश है अभी.
हाँ.
मार सकता है ऐसे हो जाता है.
Oh, fine. Thank God.
Basically, उसको पैडमैन का लोकेशन नहीं बता दी. लोकेशन पैडमैन को उसकी पता है.
हाँ.
Inside the server as well as what we know and love outside of the server.
चलो अबे भाई मार दिया तो almost उसने.
To Patman. Certainly gave it a massive go though. Those sort of angles. I mean, as long as you are holding it nicely and you got that sharp trigger finger, you get the job done.
भाई कितने गन गिरा दे लोग का बाय नहीं होगा अभी.
क्यों भाई उठा तो दिए भाई. ओडिन उठाया भाई. ओडिन उठाया है भाई.
Thrown into the equation.
That's one way to remove an evolved veto.
Still though, a little bit of utility spent.
G not able to pass go. angle for a way to get Crystal the Nightfall and try to maximize chances in that sort of situation. Love a good old bait and switch in art as well with May playing on the line.
Hey yo,
Peek out afterwards.
Acid, welcome to the live stream. अरे मैं अरे क्या
And completely tearing apart the entire G squad. Just
राउंड जीतने के बाद ऐसा कौन करता है भाई?
scouting, capability
अरे भाई ये ओडिन के चौदह एसिड और यो वेलकम टू द लाइव स्ट्रीम। एंटोस भाई डीसी से आया हूँ। ओह ओके ओके, वेलकम टू द लाइव स्ट्रीम। क्या हाल चाल है भाई? मेरे चैनल क्या पॉप आउट हो गया क्या कि मैं स्ट्रीम कर रहा हूँ, इसलिए आ गया? टाइम आउट किसने? डीएफएम लगा जी लिया होगा शायद। हाँ जी नहीं लिया है।
starting off on defense, but wow. Oh my god, I got that completely wrong. Still though.
Always love looking at this coach.
क्या लग रहा है क्या होगा फाइनल स्कोर?
Who on the server themselves is going to be talking and trying to figure things out as well, right? DFM of old, you did have
क्या लग रहा है क्या होगा फाइनल स्कोर?
Involvement as opposed to the coach from what we see being able to speak, you know.
फाइनल स्कोर मुझे लग रहा है जी कमबैक करेगी। लेकिन ओडिन के सामने मुश्किल है पर जी
ओडिन
lot of involvement of coaches. If anything. Pistol round for now.
Cross some T's in these sort of situations. Zap away all the utility.
अरे कौन भाई बैट? अरे भाई कौन? अरे भाई कौन थे? क्या चुतिया? वन बाय वन करके जाऊँ भाई ओड़ा। I won. Ooh. कौन कोई भी भाई?
Shut down immediately by DFM. Here's the 11. Here's the buy for GE. I'm very keen to see what they have to say in this very important round.
पड़ेगा आप अभी।
आया। इसे टीपी इतना लेट क्यों है भाई योरू का?
अबे व्हाट द फक
गया क्रिस्टल। अरे भाई छी
and that might seal the deal on this round in and of itself. Euro time as well. And with the coffers empty, it's going to be difficult for a minute to try and hold these guns and also to try and find a slip up of spots from DFM.
क्या करूं भाई मैं इनका?
What a key ultimate from Akame. Unfortunately, this time Lightning does strike twice out towards middle.
3v5 possible है।
Avenues of entry now, but it's a little bit too late.
Oh, the doors are shut at the moment. It's past midnight. It's past
ओडिन पकड़ा हुआ है। अबे यार गया भाई। नहीं। अरे भाई।
The final two just trying to strut across the open stairs. Trying to hold separate angles now, but Cess is already signaling to the rest of the team to get on through. Probably still has shock darts and everything as well.
Yeah.
Not to mention me.
I wonder how you feel about a Cosmic Divide here of Harvey. We've seen some shockers before.
Zeta G, I don't know about this time.
अरे क्यों भाई ओडिन?
Akame does walk away with a 4K at the end of the round.
Dancing in the server.
भाई ये लोग कितना गाली दे रहे होंगे भाई ओडिन यूज कर रहा है। क्यों भाई कॉम्पी में तो बोलते हैं भाई।
actually
कॉम्पी में भाई वो
realize that
सिल्वर
everybody
प्लेयर
else
है
on the
भाई
team could also
वो ब्रोंज सिल्वर
join
के
on the
बंदे भाई ये
festivities.
तो
I thought only the ones
ये
with skin could. So
वैलोरेंट फाइनल बॉस
there
है
you go.
Turn it into
अबे क्या था ये सब
Heard it called cartoon shooting.
भाई सोवा के अल्ट से ऑन मरता है भाई।
oh right. Culture shock. No, I'm kidding. We love
Hey,
it.
we're watching. We're watching.
Show us more, Kami.
We might be watching you guys push us into a third map in split right now. Unless GE have 6 occurrences.
क्या भाई
Come back
6-12
to
में
play for. Well, very difficult. No matter which way you slide.
बैक होते हैं
For a last ditch
yeah.
attempt down into B. Very clear and true. May already
Nice.
positioned out towards back halls
Nice,
alongside his
nice.
teammates. But Crystal,
We're not
sniped down
We're
one.
not clearing corners, guys. Why?
on.
Are we
क्या अच्छी भाई।
Promoter is so upset. The lockdown does go through though. And it forces you to hang back. So
It buys time, but it draws attention.
भाई Rotan
Find the goods here.
he's got a judge.
Yeah, it's not the greatest gun. He's already been
minor
red back.
mistakes भाई
Chef's kiss.
Batman
You're just gonna have to go and swing.
Not a good trade.
Relay bolt gets sent out. May
Yeah.
continue
अरे nice
with
autumn।
low HP.
वो अरे Odin के 14
Stand. He looks
अरे
for
nice
another, but there goes Autumn and Javi all of a sudden with a phantom spray.
It's not around the
आ रहा है chat comeback आ रहा है।
in GE's capabilities to close these rounds though. It's a dime a dozen that they're gaining advantage.
कौन लोकेशन देखो जी जुजुत्सुपुर
The right reads and rotates. Tandem plays for DFM.
ना ना
Have been getting
जुजुत्सुपुर पटना
It's
भाई
6 times, right? That's 1 out of 6. You got to hold on to all the weapons
वो
you
लोग
can.
तो जोड़ी
Any
जुजुत्सु
ultimates
है
that you invest are gone to hinder chances later on. You're okay that the by the wayside as DFM. You have provided yourselves these situations to afford some slip-ups. You buy everything that you want back in to the next round. The Opfiatska, the Odin for Akame, of which is at this a site. GE wanted to try and keep on going.
Alongside me as well. Well, GE suddenly wanting to back off.
And if they do that, they go into the scope of Yatsuka. Now we haven't seen him
भाई यात्सुगा
put him on a pedestal though in this
पूरे
situation.
लाइन ऑफ साइट में है भाई पूरे लाइन ऑफ साइट में
For that gold
अच्छा
place.
स्मोक
He's got the TP set up now as well.
nice
Okay. Probably does its thing.
Oh, the shorty.
अरे हे
Absolutely.
ऑटम कोई ना
Well, the rest of the team though trying to pick up the pieces. Snap
Uh,
into sight.
Oh, what an escape strategy from Yatsuka. Just into the drift.
नाइस ट्रेड
Close. Kaide out towards the top. Managed
Not
to
a
find
nice
the
trade,
angle,
nice
but
trade.
goes off for the trade as well.
ओरे क्रिस्टल
There is Akame slowly arriving.
अरे भाई ये जहाँ दिख जाता है भाई ओडिन लेके आ जा रहा है भाई
Instantly domes him.
छी भाई
It's another real neck biter though, isn't it? GE just scraping by. If Crystal doesn't win those fights, becomes super difficult for Batman.
Way too close.
Too close for comfort for sure. But within the scrap, GE do hold on. There's this peak right here, straight on towards Kaide.
Can you really scrap for 4 more rounds?
You want to know the problem?
क्या हाल चाल है चैट
That's exactly
चैट में हाई लिखो जरा चैट में हाई लिखो
And all of a sudden now DFM wants to.
मेरे को लगा ये राउंड भी इसने ओडिन उठा लिया होगा
Fight by himself, even with overdrive.
ऐसे नहीं है इसमें गरीब है अभी वो
Without weapon.
वही भाई
Like this initiative from Akame. Just needs to be very, very careful that.
यहाँ पे नाइफ होना बहुत मुश्किल होता है क्या
अपने मैप पिक में अपने डोमिनेट किया भाई उन्हें कितना बना दिया उनका 313 ये तो फिर भी चलो 812 है मतलब पता नहीं क्या होगा
अरे नाइस ऑटम
Damage at the end of the day on a Harvey.
Decent. Let's use
अपना लोकेशन रिवील किससे देखते हैं ये लोग फेड से देखते हैं
Coming to May as well.
हाँ हाँ
potential big
फेड तो वो तो बस खुद अकेला देख पाएगा ना
Let's go. Do you give the gun away as
नहीं नहीं
May
टीम सबको
to a
दिखेगा
teammate here? To
Oh.
Yatsuka, go for the overdrive.
No, it doesn't. It's quite
Oh,
enough time
nice.
for it.
अरे नाइस ऑटम
Nice.
अरे हो
Let's be going
अरे
forward
कोई ना
from
मैं
Oh, बहुत बढ़िया
hold the angle.
उड़ान ओपी
Goes down to Yudotan, the entire site in tatters.
प्लांट हो गया
भाई बक्की है भाई क्या मारेगा
Don't fancy Kaide's chances at a depth game with Abaki.
क्या पता बाकी नाइस वन 9-12 गुड कमबैक until now
DFM वाले टाइम आउट लेने वाले ऐसा फील आ रहा है मुझे
इसके बाद लेंगे
अभी ले लेंगे मेरे को फील आ रहा है
ना राउंड स्टार्ट हो गया है ये राउंड अगर हारेंगे तो ले लेंगे ऑब्वियस सी बात है
ये ना ये देख 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 देख
अरे लो
लगे रहा था ऐसा टेम्पो बिगड़ा ना उनका लेंगे उन लोग एक राउंड जीत रहे हैं मतलब कहां 6 से आके 9 पहुंच गए
अरे भाई
ऑब्वियसली लेंगे क्योंकि इसके बाद डबल डिजिट टच होने वाला है जी का चलो जी भाई थोड़ा बात कर लो प्लीज
हाँ भाई
जिसका 2 टाइम आउट खत्म है कोच बोलेगा ओडिन लेने बोलेगा ओडिन बहुत अच्छी चलाई थी ओडिन ले
ओडिन के लिए पैसा नहीं होगा शायद मेरे हिसाब से पैसा नहीं होना चाहिए
देखना ओडिन
हाँ कम है भाई उनपे सब पे वैंडल है उनपे सब पे वैंडल है नियॉन का अल्ट है और किसका अल्ट था बे केडी का शायद अल्ट है एस्ट्रा था ना हाँ एस्ट्रा एस्ट्रा हाँ हाँ हाँ
देख उनका ग्लो कर रहा है राइट में
हाँ हाँ हाँ
अबे भाई गंदा मरने वाले मत करो
अरे क्या क्या भाई क्या भाई क्या भाई क्या चाहिए भाई मतलब
बिना ब्लाइंड कैसे ड्राई पिक्स कैसे दे रहे हैं लोग भाई ड्राई पिक्स नहीं देना चाहिए ना पर फिर भी दे रहे हैं लोग
भाई ड्राई रिप्लाईज तक ठीक है भाई
अरे बाप रे बाप
अरे यार कोई ना एंटी एटलीस्ट वन साइडेड तो नहीं आ रहे हम
smack and they got over in map number 1 and had they closed this one at the end of round number 18 before we saw the 3 in a row from GE would have been a 13-6 would have been a good attacking half from DFM that we have just seen absence in so far in the course of this Pacific kickoff so really well done for them to find those rounds make things easier and also I think for me
ये लोग सब बाय बोल के क्यों जा रहे हैं भाई जीत गया क्या ये लोग
and it does make you wonder, is the change of going outside of the meta with the veto the current right?
अरे यार
It's had some really good value on a couple of the other maps. In this instance, not so much.
Yeah, it's really I don't know if anyone of us have an answer for it. I mean, we did see it come pretty effective against a team like Paper X, especially against the raises. We do see eating up some of the flashes on the relays at certain times.
It does zap a bunch of that utility, the killjoy utility as well when you're going for plays, but gun game at the end.
Wings को लोगों ने lecture में technically सारी गलती की है।
हाँ
Beast WATCHPARTY को चला। कौशल ने technically सारी गलती तेरी है। शिवा ने जो टीम को सपोर्ट करे सही टीम हार जाएगा। मतलब PRX against a match उतला पिस्टल राउंड था जी जितला सेकंड राउंड था जी जितला मेरे को चाहे हो गया भाई अब चलो भाई नेक्स्ट मैच पे खत्म करो इसे और भी मैच खेलना और भी राउंड्स खेलना है क्या तुम्हें
no one might have the answer to that, but I think our analysts do. What do you think?
To be honest, I'm not gonna act like I think I can give a full analysis just yet of seeing it because they did get their first bloods, and then a lot of times they did kind of have the read of where they were going for the site, or they would either play retake for the site, and then they would lose the gun game a little bit. So I think as of right now, if you're Frost, you're maybe a little bit more frustrated or a little bit more worried that it seems like they're cooling off in this series a little bit, rather than macro-wise they were completely off. I'm gonna have to watch this one back, and then I think next time on the desk we can do even a bigger breakdown, because right now I don't think it's as big of a macro issue.
We can call it the frustration where things cool down.
Kinda like that, yeah.
It's getting really deep there. But this is a great performance by DFM, and it was a little bit of a slow start, a little bit of back and forth by these two, and there was a moment where Global could have caught up there, but DFM won their first pistol.
Yeah, they did in the second half. Honestly, the game, it was very, very close, and it didn't start the way that DFM would have wanted. They lost a couple of clutch rounds, which I think we're going to kind of highlight in a little bit. But I think the resilience is the main thing. Like, we'll bring up the highlights now, and you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, the resilience to not only pick yourself up from the map, one loss where you got absolutely stomped, but you lose this critical 1v1. Zabi clutches up again in the pistol, and then the first gun round after you win the anti bonus, the 1v1 is won again by GE. Those are the swing rounds that can get very frustrating to lose at times.
Yeah, she does it again. It definitely is frustrating to lose those rounds, because there was a big, I feel like the big shift was when May won that 1v3. Then they got some more rounds on the board, but they were getting picked off actually. When defaulting here, we can see Cess gets picked off. There were first bloods, and Autumn was doing really well, 5 and 0 on first kills on defense. So asking this comp to do more on defense, I think it's a little bit hard to ask more, because they were getting into those 5v4 situations, but then weren't converting after. So as of right now, I don't think seeing a comp issue really.
I'll resist saying it a third time. What it is, but it's
और भी 4-5 मिनट
to get those first kills, and
मोबाइल डाउनलोड कर ले भाई
so like not just once,
मोबाइल खेलेंगे
way too many times there. But on the other hand, we saw a fantastic performance by Patman, but May finally stepping up. Let's roll those May lights.
Yeah, the May highlights, you love to see it. I mean, not only May though, Kayde had a phenomenal map, Akame had his moments. I mean, the whole narrative around DFM here in Kickoff is May has helped, and yes, it was nothing but impact from May, but both Akame and Kayde also played really good performances here for DFM. This is the new era of DFM where you don't need May to do everything, but when he's on his game, I mean, this pistol, the slide in from Link, that was very key to win DFM, that pistol that really kind of got them off to the races on this defensive side.
I think this is when DFM is scary, when there is a lot of help from everyone else, but they still have their star player, like every team has. Most teams do have that one guy that they look to, that, okay, if things are going a little bit rough, or the game is close, this is the guy that multi-frags, he wins clutches, whatever, and May can be that guy for DFM. And when it's like this, the team is having a good performance, but he's also on top of it, having big rounds, then you see them win out maps comfortably.
Yeah, and that absolutely came through here on Pearl. And as we go into Split, I'm a little bit curious how this will pan out. Both of these teams have found immense success on Split, actually. So now that they're facing each other, I mean, I think there's a lot of arguments about the opponents they might have had. You know, it might have been slightly better attempt there. But now, you know, they've had a lot of practice in, they've tested that out on stage. What's going to happen?
I was a little bit surprised that DFM did go for Split instead of Haven in this one. I was not convinced at all at GE's Haven. DFM played a decent Haven when they were really good on the defense side against RRQ. They looked solid there, but then they couldn't attack. But against the GE comp, if they were actually playing that same Haven comp, I think they would have had a fine time to attack. But it could also be DFM is thinking that comp from GE might be a fugazi, might be a fugas. It might not be real because it doesn't look like any of their other comps. So they're going to go where they're comfortable. They won 13-2, but GE also looked super comfortable on that split before Pilski.
Yeah, both Paper Rex and Barrel have picked Split into GE and regretted it. They've been 13-5 and 13-7 respectively. So GE, you could tell they're very comfortable on this map, and they haven't had to pick it into a series just yet. And now as the third map decider, I think GE are going to be feeling very comfortable that they can close out this series. But worth mentioning that DFM have played a lot of Split. We've seen it time and time again with May on the Raze and things like that. Obviously, it's a little bit of a different look. DFM rather. rather, but they also did 13-2 Secret. I don't know if you can use Secret as a measuring stick of how good you are on a map, unfortunately, though.
The defense side looked good. To be fair, I like the defense side. I still like how they retake. I said it day one on Corrode. The first time I watched them, the way how they retake, the way how they go together, it's good. Defense, the attack side rather, I have question marks at times.
Well, they're starting defense,
so
that's good.
I do think they're going to have to get a lot of rounds because the defense side, I think, is also a strong side for GE. So the attack side is going to get questioned for DFM. So I'm a little bit worried going into this one because I think GE is going to be a little bit more comfortable going into split.
Well,
it's hard not to think that. It's really hard not to think that, given the performances from both and the what little sample size that we have so far. So if DFM do end up closing this out, I think this is going to be a huge marker, not obvious, besides winning the whole entire match, of how strong they actually are. And I don't think you can doubt them, for beating just Team Secret anymore. It was kind of funny seeing that DFM viewing party. I know we're on a break right now. It's kind of like we don't want to see the split. Like, we're leaving right now. But I have faith. I have faith in DFM showing up here. There must be a reason this map veto went the way it did, to allow split to even be the decider.
I mean, again, I've criticized DFM and even Zeta, like Japanese teams, coaching staff in general in Pacific many times. This is another opportunity for them to come up with the goods. You've seen GE play this map twice already. You've seen the solo Yoru style on attack and how they like to pilot it and operate that. So it's up to them to try to pick that apart and showcase that they can start off well here on defense and that they can have a good read against GE.
Yeah, so maybe that's also them understanding, okay, if we are going to go to the defense side, then maybe, but they did get to choose it. So I'm not exactly sure from the outside POV. It's so hard for us to tell, right? But just as you said, we're both hoping that there is a strong game plan going into that. There's a good reason why you're taking this GE team, that you're taking them to split.
Well, we've seen them have good setups and game plans on defense in particular, so I'm hoping that kind of translates across the split as well.
I am interested to see how the veto is going to stack against a Raze. They seem to have that really down solid there. Yudotan is just so good with the veto and stopping the result.
There you go, DFM starting out on the defensive side, and they will play the double duelist. So, this is kind of the standard meta comp that you see from many teams, the Korean teams, even Paper X at times playing this kind of bursty Yoru Raze comp.
Yeah, it's nothing too crazy from them, looking pretty standard. GE going back to their comfort with the veto. We saw a lot of Jing ults being caught by Yudotan. So we're gonna have to see if Mei is maybe going to be a little bit more disciplined. But sometimes maybe ask for someone. We saw later on Jing was asking them, please break the interceptor, break, and then he pops the ult. So hopefully the communication and the preparedness is there.
Yeah, maybe even just change up how you retake, like just pop the showstopper to bait out the interceptor, or even go slow ramp side, like change something up here, DFM.
Well, you can see why the talents have been
split up.
Predictions for this particular match. It was a really hard call, and even up till this very moment, I think this is still a very hard call to decide who is going to be winning this out. Is it going to be DFM or Global Esports? As we send it back to our casters, Quack and Komodo for the third map.
I think that's what makes it fun, is when you can't really tell if it's a definite win or not. But what I can tell is that there are a lot of computations going off on Komodo's mind. The composition that they're running with is the exact same on the PRX brand.
It's norm, mate. It's norm. But is it going to be played normal? I think that's going to be one of the things right now. GE have showcased some great strengths on the attacking side and some great adaptability on the defensive side of this map as well. And your sample set that we've seen so far for DFM on this one was against Team Secret, and it was 13-2. I don't even class that, really. I feel like Team Secret are just really slow to start things, and DFM pistol ran for 10 in a row on defense. See if they can do something like that here. Probably not.
अरे भाई क्या भाई शुरुआत से चौध रहा स्प्लिट गया शायद.
Good timing on the dark cover as well. Completely stop you in tracks for Global to try and get back in towards this one. You don't need to do anything too unorthodox here as DFM either, of course.
Especially given the positions right now.
We are already 2 down.
The other side of vents.
देख रहा ना.
Yeah, to see if this bandit is something that you want to trifle
हो
with
सकता है
as Global
CV4
Esports here.
CV5 easy है
Dissipate on the Nebula, try to get on the line. That is a shot and a half through the corner of the wall. Harvey down 1.
Already a lot of damage. Apart from Akami, still got Cess. Not to mention Yatska just arrived.
Looking for 8k in the name right now. Dare say you won't even find 1k.
30 seconds left.
30 seconds.
अरे उड़ उड़ा
She's still stuck inside. They managed to take down Akame, but now slowly streaming down into hell. Yatska spots him out again.
बच गया ज़ाविक का एचपी देख भाई
Needing to connect the shots despite getting stuck.
अरे रॉटम
And that's exactly when DFM presses the issue.
Really clean pistol round from them from the rip as well. The fact that you do get the 2 kills from Yatska should give a little bit of individual confidence for the guy too.
क्या हाल चाल है चैट तुम लोग मैसेज नहीं कर रहे भाई स्ट्रीम देख रहे हो बात नहीं कर रहे क्यों भाई ऐसा क्यों है स्ट्रीम देख के कौन बात नहीं करता है भाई
Not a lot of answers that this GE comp is going to be able to do with mass deficit situations like that one as well on this attacking side. So they're going to have to get a little bit funky with things and forward some slip ups to DFM. Challenge for a couple of advantages in the early game that we know that they love to go for.
Really build up that bank.
इस बार भी ये लोग ऑडियंस उठाएंगे क्या
Now they hear some footsteps.
Right, spraying through the smokes. Now Crystal's on 1 HP. Never mind, it was other utility that put them there.
Either way, though,
Could have been finished off by the stick.
enough. You're absolutely right.
Scary position, still scary no matter what. Classics. Oh, gets the buy up.
Still trying to go back up towards Mail, though, and he's already spotted them. Has the paint shells lined up. Plus, Cess, once again, into garage.
Yep.
मैं
Flipping the map.
Okay. Go on through to CT. Kaide already sees it. As well as Yatsuka.
अरे यात्सुका
Able to take down the one
अरे भाई
right now. Continuing to go off. Go.
nice 1v3
Any extra kind of damage that he can throw into the mix in this round with the stolen Bulldog at the moment. But is he going to be able to bite on towards them?
अरे यार
We saw previously as well these players come out in the Nongshim Full Sense game, right? When Full Sense was trying to flip the map. We saw Nongshim get the better of them once.
डोमिनेट करने के बाद ये लोग हार रहे हैं भाई
With our good friend Chobra.
स्प्लिट पे हारेंगे तो भाई मैं कुछ और बोल नहीं पाऊंगा भाई
Playing onside to potentially play ramp gives you a lot more strengths. There was that adjustment that came through. So I am wondering for DFM, are they going to be maximizing situations in this series where Global do look to get a little bit tricky with it in the back lines because they are going to try and TP past you. They are going to try and play this different style of split that is, I would say, unique to them globally currently in this map, just by nature of the comp that they play.
We'll see if it does happen at some point. For now, though, attention drawn back towards middle.
It's a good stack of players there for DFM as well, to be honest with you. Very forward line for Akame, however. Will the gun barrel betray GE?
Oh, thank God, bhai.
You don't know what's around the corner. May for the paint shells and for the fight as GE all relocate together.
Yeah, reaction's quick enough. GE still slowly but surely building on forward. Off towards ramp now. They've taken heaven.
Nice Rudan.
Spam's going through into screens all of a sudden, and Pat still continuing forward with the journey.
This is going to be so ambitious from Cess if he sticks this over towards the flowers.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, arey bhai. Flawless, flawless.
Sort of things. They don't know exactly
Flawless.
what Yacht's currently is. The penny will drop in a mere second as Patman will
Flawless.
round for global esports. Those ones that you're
Yes.
okay with as DFM. That's just your bonus round. You play it as a bonus. With this round being what you put your eyes on towards. I did see a glimpse of an operator being purchased up by Yatska. Keen to see value from that immediately.
मैं ऐसे कई बार टीपीस करता हूँ भाई टीपी बटन दबाने के बाद इतना रिग्रेट होता है ना कि मैंने टीपी बटन क्यों दबाया। टीपी हो जाने के बाद मर जाता हूँ इंस्टेंट फिर
that operator that I mentioned though, Prowler not able to go too deep.
ऑप लिया है बे यस्सु का
The challenge, the clone even missed.
भाई क्लोन को भी मिस किया उसने
The rounds now. Yeah, are we fake cloning? That always make they're both watching that one.
Close enough for now, though, but look at the lurks, Pat.
Yeah, you have to break the haunt in that situation. Good awareness from Akame as well. We do see some very sneaky lurkers on Vipers when it does come to the map in Split. I know everyone should have the player in mind on that one. We'll see later.
ओह बच गया
Oh, why are we knifing out Pat?
अरे भाई अरे कोई ना ऑटम ने ले लिया ट्रेड लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस ट्रेड है ये अरे भाई नहीं पोचर अरे नाइस
good little reaction, but can you stick it on?
Well,
DFM on 30 HP.
Oh, Autumn बढ़िया
position. Very narrow focused are these DFM members going to the rafters, going to site.
Oh, bro. अरे nice one.
Nice.
Down towards
No. अरे भाई टाइमिंग अरे ऑटम का ही तो लो एचपी है अरे यार
just enough to stick the defuse at the end. DFM up 3-1.
Maybe TP
goes very differently if Harvey's able to find the kill in the smoke for sure. I mean, they would have won it, right? Unlucky that one doesn't pay dividends on the efforts that Global Esports had to try and dig for to come back in towards this one too. Draw the attention to that B site for the team to get in towards A. That's where Maeve down the ramp, quite crucial. Rotations.
सूंघ लिया गया उसे पीछे
अरे वही टाइम पे एस्ट्रा मार देती ना हो जाता एस्ट्रा मतलब ज़ाविक
buy permitted here for the attackers. That's it if this one falls. DFM will certainly look to go on a bit of a run on the defensive side, you'd assume.
Hello. Just aware for now, trying to piece things together. Adding their time towards A.
कोई रेना यूज नहीं करता है क्या भाई?
This nade rather for a little bit. I was going to say has a seize nade combo if they do want to do so with Akame playing towards this A side. We've also got Kaede rotating over now because the forward line that Seth does have in guarantee with that judge, which is going to be a bit of a challenge point for Global. Crystal, no prowlers. Once you're sending in the clone first, it's going to be a bit of a challenge to get in.
गया भाई कौन जाएगा अभी देखते हैं गया और इधर थैंक हो भाई बच गया क्या कर रहा है ये कर क्या रहा था ये अरे कोई ना गया भाई शुद्ध गया
pretty atrocious from Global Esports at the moment. It's almost feeling very one-dimensional in the way that DFM needs
sound सुन लिया अरे नाइस
the operator. There's no way that Patman can win this round unless he finds the kill onto May, and the job is just done already. DFM get on by with the fourth round. I feel like we need a bit of a coach chat at the moment.
अरे नाइस कोई ना गन्स नहीं रहेंगे बस मतलब थोड़ा पैसे कम जाएंगे और क्या ही होगा ये लोग कहाँ पे हक दिए बे ऑटम वहाँ पे चोक कर दिया ऑटम ने चोक कर दिया
good awareness on the half buy as well, knowing the money situation of DFM. Down to the lighter shields and a couple of lesser weapons, so the drift going in first and foremost is going to be good, but can you get past this H-Hope to bring the spike in towards the site? The Nightfall will push DFM back at the ramp to situate. A bit of a scenario for plant position.
Damage है, damage है.
भाई 6 HP भाई.
5 versus 5, pick and play for Pat. He's trying to do things up at the ramp.
Nice.
अरे nice Batman. अरे जाविक, what a, अरे माँ कसम भाई. मैंने एक को ले लिया. मैंने एक को ले लिया रे. Mostly yes.
Come out with the round.
भाग गए.
Saving it for the upcoming rounds. Incredible way to break through though nonetheless. Pat.
The problem is as well, you wanted to see a little bit more upgrades come on the side of GE, hoping for the Vandals or the Phantoms that DFM are holding on towards.
बच गया भाई.
Hold on to the Stinger perhaps, so maybe you just
6 HP से बच गया. 6.
upgrade yourself into this round because this is a moment in time for global esports so they can stabilize a little bit on their own attack.
Lead भाई fully defender sided है, ठीक है.
They're able to break through DFM in this
Highly defender sided है ये मैप. इसमें अगर अपना लीड निकल गया ना या फिर क्लोज ऐसे 5 राउंड भी निकल गए तो एनफ है भाई जीतने के लिए.
Opportunity to see which way a showstopper can go as
Hopefully भाई.
See if there is the idea to play around the likes of the Vito.
अपना अटैकिंग है ना पहले.
अरे
और एक जंप पिक नहीं मैं देख लिया उसने.
Needs to make sure he doesn't go for another jump spot, so the dark cover timed nicely.
मैं और केडी ने गन नहीं लिया.
नहीं सेव है. सेव राउंड है उनका. हीरो बाय है बस तो.
Gonna be too silly enough to overcommit by himself, so get out of there. Look to greener pastures.
अबे यार बैटमैन.
Pushing by himself.
Yeah, he's been doing that for the past several rounds now. May in addition, if Yudotan does decide to go repeaking.
अरे यार.
Round over.
एक बंदा गन लाके 2 को पेल दिया भाई.
Looking at him with a pistol and maybe a promise. Does reveal himself in the site now that might find the wrong timing for, but as soon as he hears any information, he is going to be in a potentially unexpected position. Should be good for Crystal as well, unless Crystal goes through the vent. So he's going to be counting his lucky stars if you have watched back this game that this one has come into play. But the audio cue will give Akame all of the awareness that they need on the DFM side.
All the traps laid out for DFM to spring through. Akame off to the third.
10 seconds left.
Okay, ace मारेगा ये.
Spike planted as well, and May, unbeknownst to GE, should be good for the kill.
Oh, close one.
Ball bang. Automancer's back. But down go GE.
And then there were 5 for DFM. Effort by the pushers that they don't go too hungry for as well rewarded. GE going straight towards the crosshairs. Patman and Yudotan over at the A side. Bit of a leaky tap that you need to seal up.
5 बंदे अगर ड्यूलिस्ट लेके पुश कर दिए तो क्या होगा भाई?
भाई सिर्फ ड्यूलिस्ट से थोड़ी मार पाएगा.
Have a need for a coach intervention, it would seem. Coming into the big old buy round for both of the squads in the server, looking a little bit better stacked for DFM 2 in the ult domain.
DFM switching things up a little bit though.
Yeah.
Through the toxic screen while you got Cess alongside Yatska inside the garage.
1.5 kills, Autumn sub 50 remaining. A lockout smoke in towards Garage as well. It is the best start of a round you want for DFM once more. Yatska, this is just before the gate crash. If GE were aware of the 110 component, could have potentially found him in transition too.
Here. G in a really awkward position. Gonna go through with the TPs. Decoy out from DFM.
Very nice, Crystal.
Yatsuka continue to play around backside. Cess
Yatsuka.
perhaps sending out Paranoia to slow things through. But
क्या
managed to break in.
Early pit, but it's the rocket.
अरे भाई मैं
Harvey to try and pick up the slack. Stuck in the back of
1v2
1 versus 2 for the leader of GE, but just
अरे कि नहीं रहे
by May. They were here to shut that one down. Now we are betting, I think, a little bit right now for Global Esports. This attacking side, a little bit woeful with the great reads that DFM are coming out with. Not being
Timeout
drawn
ले लेना
too
चाहिए जी
heavy
कोई
for the
अभी
early
timeout ले
engagements
लेना
as well,
चाहिए
which is, you know, quite crucial for them, right? GE want the early extremity engagements, properly so. If you're not giving it to them, they have to adjust, and then it looks a bit sloppy.
Not quite
ओह
वे क्यों नहीं ले टाइम आउट ये लोग
कोई ना इसके बाद लेंगे
You see the veto utility and a prowler going in towards main as well. You kind of feel comfortable that this might be a all-in scenario for GE over at this A site. You've got rotations immediately coming over for Cess to be able to bolster up this one too, and then you can just go for a bit of wayward sprays through the walls that you can refresh with the dark covers available, but eventually a gap. Stingers will draw close.
क्या भसड़ है भाई
no pulses going in. GE trying to
नहीं रहा क्या क्या हो
अरे भाई 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 क्या भसड़ है
अबे अकेले
अबे क्या भाई
ओ नाइस
अरे बैटमैन अरे यार
दो ठोक भी दिया उसने कोई नहीं
There is some damage from GE in the round, almost inconsequential when you consider that
ले लो भाई टाइम आउट
still looking great for DFM.
टाइम आउट एक आना चाहिए तो अभी लग तो रहा है
Go in. Look everybody.
अरे यार
Time.
बहुत अर्जेंट है टाइम आउट एटलीस्ट 4-5 राउंड तो निकलना चाहिए था
That's all they needed, it feels like, for the camp of Global Esports at the moment. This one not going for the game plan that they'd seen so far on this map in the last 2 times. We were wondering a little bit as well in this veto situation, right, for DFM. Why did you opt for Split instead of Haven? My processes were going in that you've got to have some good antis and you've got to have a really good fundamental understanding on how you want to be playing your defensive side against GE's attack, and then also how you're picking up your own misgivings on your attack side.
Pinks बोल रहे हैं कोच ने 2 लैंग्वेज में गाली दी होगी लग रहा है
So far, if you're coming out with this trajectory, if you're coming out with a 10 to 12 attack side, not going to be as phased about if this was your expectations, if you were putting everything on your defensive side looking structurally sound.
This definitely does look sound and perfect. Everything working out for them on this defense. The way that Akame alongside May, or maybe even at times Kaide chiming in, especially on this A site, being able to silence Pat on his attempted lurks.
Is the adjustment going to be an operator on this attacking side for Autumn? Pit immediately in towards mid, and this composition as well. Are you investing Prowlers to figure that one out? Clone to try and get in? I feel like it's just going to be an unattainable situation of space that GE see in towards mid. Going to have to look to the other sides of the map, and we've already seen tendencies of DFM that they don't care. They won't push too hard unless you reveal essentially all your players on the other side of the map.
बे Subhra हेलो बे ताहिर जंचना मरियला
हाँ जानचे बा काली देखली मरियला अलगा
भाई खेलुतले भाई ता सांगरे
technically you are at fault Tahir Fuego थिला भाई गोटे टाइम कौन करिया सुसाइड करने लगे
ओ नाइस
अरे भाई 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 शॉटी
उसका पोजीशन दिखा दिया जाके ये वहीं पे स्पैम कर दिया मर गया वो
save I guess save
the cost of just the drift for GE as well. They'll hold on to everything else that they require.
Save का तो पता नहीं क्योंकि पैसे होंगे होना चाहिए इनपे.
Nicely done for VCT.
पैसा तो है. Still I think they will save.
How many more are on the flip side for for DFM for this half.
क्यों खाई अल्ट देंगे
वही तो
उन्हें?
है।
Coach input to change things up to see where the vulnerabilities might lie
ये
for DFM. Now, I don't really think in this
सेवी
sort
है
of
पर
round
सेव
there's
यहाँ
anything too
ठीक है, 4 राउंड भी
exposed,
निकले,
right? A
काफी है।
situation where Yacht's on the operator, okay, maybe that one's
डिफेंडिंग
looking a little
खतरनाक
bit
होने
silly
वाली है
right
अपनी।
now with the amount of missed shots that we can count, almost requiring 2 hands. But it's the good bait and switch and then just the no-nonsense drift on in. Some standard things in your comms. GE gets
गाइस
rewarded.
कौन देख रहे हो स्ट्रीम भाई? एक बार चैट में हाई तो लिखो।
Buy back in.
कुछ नहीं लिख रहे भाई तुम लोग।
Absolutely, with there's a couple of traces here and there. Not quite able to purchase up in full, I think.
Actually, Habi, you need to epic.
A couple of light shields here and there.
You're going over towards this A site, you know it's going to be the fade raise. We've not really seen off the rip seize nade combos either. Not feeling too pressured to be able to deploy them to catch global with the toxic screen that generally goes up. Really focused on towards a bit of a ramp spot right now for Autumn. If May peeked out, there's the backing up of GE to start to get those sprays down though onto him. I wonder if
Batman
you're
ध्यान
gonna
से
try
भाई।
and take this as a dry
nice.
fight, Patman. That would be ill-advised, but he does win it. So an advantage for GE. Space that he's very hungry and finding.
ओरे
Very well rewarded.
बैटमैन सोलो
Look
वर्सेस
for
स्क्वाड।
Tommy right underneath. He's trying to spot for it. Nice goes by as well, but unfortunately goes down the road.
ऑटम ओपी
Autumn
भाई।
finding the shot in, and
Good
all that's
cover.
left is just Cess.
बैटमैन सोलो वर्सेस स्क्वाड भाई।
Recognition at the moment, it would seem for GE that DFM are not going to be playing into
सेव करेगा।
a lot of these extremity positions. They're going to be holding back a little bit more.
हो गया 7-4 तो हो गया।
That one's going to be
7-5 हो गया था भाई। सोने पे सुहागा।
from Patman's adventures.
टाइम आउट कहाँ है?
हाँ।
The real reward for Cess is going to be having a gun for the squad in the next round as well. Not a lot of value with the from the shadows already online. Hold your utility, sure. See what you can do to try and maybe cheese the last round of the half. You're going to be forcing.
ज़वेक
क्यों कर दो यार बकचोदी।
अरे क्यों भाई? अबे यार।
इसका गन गिराना चाहते हैं जानते हैं पर अभी अपनी हालत फट्टी चड्डी जैसी है। तो इनका गन से पहले अपनी चड्डी संभालो ना। ये देखो भाई। ना नाइस चलो सही है। सही है।
कोई ना।
Done in the end. You drop the gun as well, so a little bit lighter load for DFM coming into the
बैटमैन
last
अकेले
round
जाके
this
3
half,
मार
but
के
I
आया
still
वहाँ पे।
do feel like they
चल के गया 3 मार के आ गया ऊपर।
would have felt like enough on the defensive side at, you know, finding 7. Now I start to
ऑटम
wonder
चलाएगा
if
ऑफ
this
इस
goes
मैप में।
7-5. Is it enough?
अटैक में चला रहा है मतलब डिफेंड में तो खतरा ही चलाए।
Earliest thing that you want to think about, isn't it?
होपफुली कनेक्ट हो जाए बस।
Plays out.
हाँ होगा उसका कनेक्ट होता है। ऑटम अच्छा चलाता है। हमने जी का ऑपरेटर का पास्ट देख रखा है तो उसके हिसाब से ऑटम बहुत अच्छा चला रहा है।
अरे रे 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 रे।
बहुत ही डायबोलिकल ऑपरेटर का पास्ट रहा है जी का। टेक्सचर जैसे ऑपर एक टाइम पे थे जी में, लेकिन उस टाइम भी वो हग रहे थे। फिर जी छोड़ के बेस्ट ओपर बन गए पूरे एशिया के।
वाह भाई।
ऐसी चीजें होती है। टेक्सचर का ऑपिंग देखेगा भाई। फ्लिक्स मारता है ना वो।
लेफ्ट देख ले।
दो है लेफ्ट में। अरे मरेगा नाइस।
अरे
जो टीपी का जो बकचोदी करता है ना मुझे अपने वाले मैं भी ऐसी हरकतें करता हूँ कभी-कभी।
अरे भाई डीके में मार देता बढ़िया होता।
Not quite pushing in just yet because they don't know what's on the other side of the smoke, but that might be a slight mistake. Now Cosmic Divide.
केला भाई वोमेन बेल दो जाके उसे। नाइस वन। डब्ल्यू भाई।
अरे भाई
5 हो गया लेट्स गो। अब तो हो गया भाई।
लास्ट को छोड़ भी दो क्या ही हो जाएगा। ये फिर मारना है ना। अरे क्यों बकचोदी।
Nice.
Nice. That's good. Oh, 7-5 is what you were expecting. चलो चैट बढ़िया जा रहा है।
बिंक्स बोला कि कौन बोला चैट में जीजी? कोई लिख रहा है कि जीजी नहीं जी बोले। अच्छा जीजी नहीं जी बोले तुम लोग। हाँ सही है फिर। बढ़िया लगता है इसका वॉच पार्टी देखने में। भाई ऑफिशियल चैनल में अगर 50,000 की वॉचिंग आ रही होगी, इसकी अकेले में 70,000 की वॉचिंग आ रही होगी।
आखिरकार बंदा किसका है भाई? SATL का।
Really slipping up in there as well. But he did deliver a bit more in the previous map, so I was hoping individually that he would be able to carry that over in towards this one. Same for Cess as well.
He was doing pretty well when he was in chamber.
हर एक मैच इसी के स्ट्रीम पे देखता हूँ, बिंक्स के स्ट्रीम पे ही देखता हूँ। नॉर्मल नहीं देखता है।
To a good start in the next half. I think as well on these defenses we are going to probably see, if history serves, very different choke point plays. Global Esports are going to be pushing, are going to be challenging, are going to be happy to try and take a fight towards you. Even if they are behind, they need to not change a lot of their game plan and style on this map. But again, you also then have to consider if DFM are aware of this, which they should be, having seen it twice already in Kickoff with this exact composition that they should have prepped well for.
Hence, leaving this map as the final one. Pat, though, at the same time, has been stepping up to plate map after map.
अरे भाई विशाल भाई, क्या मेहरबानी किया है भाई तुमने। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद भाई, 1 रुपए के मेहरबानी के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद भाई।
ये बकचोदी करते हैं ना ये लोग।
आ रहा कमबैक आ रहा। अभी विशाल भाई भी देख भाई स्ट्रीम पे आ चुके हैं, तो देखो भाई कमबैक तो आ रहा है। नहीं भाई, मैं जितनी बार कमबैक बोल रहा हूँ उतनी बार चुक रहे हैं।
बहुत बढ़िया बहुत बढ़िया। अरे 2v2 भी हो गया।
नहीं है। अरे 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 अरे
Also needing to reload.
अबे यार।
Just enough for Kaide to find the right opportunity.
They knew exactly where Kaide was coming because he falls in towards the chokehold and that's
almost हो गया था almost.
क्या फायदा भाई, ऑलमोस्ट का क्या फायदा भाई। क्या रे हलवे, तेरे को कल कॉल किया था, रिसीव क्यों नहीं किया?
There was an opportunity for them to just focus in the 2 versus 1 for the slight timing to get on towards the spike, but instead trying to play on the lower HP stuck scenario of Kaide in the chokehold, and Crystal cannot allocate the shots to get the 1 versus 1.
कब आएगा मेरे पास रेड बुल का स्पॉन्सर?
Global had the middle, but DFM
अरे भाई क्या बैटमैन। हाँ 26 25
These rounds continue on this way. The end line drawn near. Crystal though trying to thwart it. Out with the classic.
Nice.
Kaide at the trade. Javi gunned down as well towards the back of the site. So pretty clean plan. Minimal damage sustained for DFM.
कहाँ पे ये?
पिंक्स बोल रहा था जी कम ऑन जी क्लासिक। जैसे वो मर गया बोलता है कि तुम लोग लेने का सोचा था क्या? बात घुमाता है नहीं। बात
There's a green skin.
I wouldn't know. Is it going to be a bit of a bonus scenario though for DFM to look to try and take a series here and continue a middle bracket run? Probably going to be too early to tell, but we know all of those watch party goers are going to be very happy for them finding these rounds, having a 4-round lead. Important one here that is going to
भाई ले लो भाई ये टाइम आउट।
challenging straight towards this A side of the map.
अभी तो नहीं दे रहे लोग।
Cooker scenario for Harvey. Maybe even or for the guys over at the tower side.
11th round उनका अगर 11 हो गया तब टाइम आउट
Should help them.
अरे रे 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 हो हो
ओ नाइस
अरे नहीं
Perhaps for
ठीक है,
Pat
ठीक है,
as
ठीक
well,
है।
laying out a trap. Eating a seize though.
अरे
Unfortunately turns away the wrong
क्या
second.
था
I'm
ये
seeing a lot of mistakes at the moment on these
Free kills.
decisions to take these fights
Autumn,
from
though.
Global. It is a good push, don't get me wrong, but it always looks like Kaide was aware of it.
अरे नहीं so not him.
Slip in, now holding the angle. All of a sudden, feeling the pressure to take the fight on against
कहाँ देख रहा था भाई?
That's where Akami
He
goes.
tried to fake it just then.
Awkward as heck. Crystal
फेक
coming
करने का
back
ट्राई कर
through.
रहा था
This is where things could get really dangerous with 1v1s. Crystal,
Why?
no!
अबे यार
क्या
Javi now. Walking on forward, looking for Cess. Where could he have gone? The Nightfall
चल
sense
चल
by
कैसे आगे क्या जा रहे हैं इनके मुंह पे
clears
अजीब है
so much.
राइट देख ले
बंदे ऐसे अजीब है
राइट
जैसे
देख
हमारे
ले
But you're looking the wrong way. The barrel revealing your location. You know, you were talking about the watch party. Conversely, for the coaching booth right underneath us.
अभी ले लेंगे शायद अभी शायद ले लेंगे टाइम आउट और इतना वेट नहीं करेंगे ये लोग
I feel like from the history that we've seen in the coaching booth for Frost, the sentence is probably, "What are we doing?" with some hand animations.
Oh,
That
yeah.
is a extremely sloppy round to come through from Global in a lot of those moments too. Having second, having third challenges
बड़ा
on
अजीब
Frost,
राउंड था ये कुछ तो टाइम आउट हो
switching
गया
weapons going on around corners.
भरेगा अभी कोच ने
And that's going to be drawing out a time.
अरे बहन के लोड़ो तेरा माय के चो
In a bonus round
किसने बोला था
of
तुझे भाई पर
DFMs that they should have, for all
किसने
of
बोला था
the
तुझे
normal reasons of this game, had no interest in finding. That really sets them up here on this side to try and narrow the gap to victory.
ओ ये हार गए तो घर जाके सुत्ती बहन के लोड़े भाई मारेगा अभी स्टेज में आप कितना गुस्सा है वो
Really tough situation to be in, but one that they need to find a way out of.
These are the moments you need to make sure that you aren't scared as well. For those who might have just been joining us, this is going to be a middle bracket game too, don't forget. So the loser is not going to be down and out, but they are going to be in a lower bracket, and it's a bit of a gauntlet run to try and contend with for that third spot to Santiago.
I believe the winner plays against Full Sense as well, which would have been really nice if G got it.
They would have. Yes, they would have.
But here we are.
It's good usage of the intercept up, actually, there to zap out the poison cloud. So, see if that's going to be worth it over there for Crystal now, as you've got immediate rotations from Patman. And the rest of the squad towards the site. And, well, it's wrong.
The fuck was this big
Have
bro
to run on over towards the A side if that's where DFM recognizes it's going to be weaker at
ये
that
क्या
juncture.
छोटी छोटी गलतियां कर रहे हैं जी ये लोग क्या सीन है
Unfortunate though, because this is going to create so many gaps.
I mentioned Patman for a specific reason here at the moment, because he has to be kind of self-sufficient on this site, because I wouldn't mind a world in which Harvey does skedaddle on over, and then you can play on your own toxic screen. Chokehold destroyed.
Should be a little bit telling, right?
Portal closed. Well, it just tells you that you can't go vents. It's going to be a dirty situation. If you go by yourself, you're looking for a little bit of timing. The worrisome scenario is just Autumn, because he's got no escape route right now.
30 seconds
Just
left.
a flash and an angle. He will be able to find the first pick, but
एक तो एक ही मार पाएगा क्या ही
DFM hiding.
And we've
अबे
lost
नहीं
क्या
our
भाई
control, and we're still
रीड नहीं हो रहा इन लोग से
Fight
कहीं भी
time for Yudotan perhaps though, but it's still one that's been intentionally left open. DFM quite aware.
ये भी जाएगा भाई
These
दो
kills
बंदे
could
होल्ड
go
कर रहे हैं वहाँ पे
really south really soon.
nice.
Kaide quick with the
Okay.
trade. Javi
Oh.
though out with the sheriff.
You can immediately see the switch up in positions as well from Cess. Not hungry enough to give a 1 versus 1 duel. Gonna try and play this one with Yatska a little bit, but the smokes do obfuscate.
अरे हो
Patience, but Cess not able to
Okay.
make the duel. It's down to
अरे
the strike where Yatska was lying.
पोजीशन नहीं बताना उसकी
And then there was 11 for DFM. It's gonna look to be another uphill battle for Global Esports to try and get back into
ये
this
round
map,
lead
just
में है भाई वो
likewise
लोग
of Pearl. Whilst the evolution is going to be online for Yudotan, we're waiting to see just what the evolution of a whole looks like coming in towards this one right now for Global Esports, because they had just felt, very below par, essentially, in the way that they've been playing this map.
Bring them down.
Can you remove?
I go recon, go straight away. The break is two.
I can take back and you pick.
Autumn on a very ambitious line at the moment, but needs to make sure he doesn't give away the goods, which he does not. The swing on out onto Yatska.
God, bhai.
Will it be advantages converted?
Arre Autumn!
On down.
Oh, nice.
Which means you definitely don't want to go back towards 8. Peeking out top mid now.
Oh, Yudotan had to be careful as that smoke did bloom.
Bro.
Would have been a 2 versus 1.
Batman.
For a game-changing scenario with the showstopper. Not quite the launching.
अरे नहीं.
You can go on through further enough, then maybe
Nah.
that kill could have been it.
It's 5 versus 3, and those are 2 advantage numbers for DFM, taking those as 2 versus 1s. It's good confirmation, don't get me wrong. It's a head spotted by Seth. Not aware right now. Harvey taken down. This is looking to be a massive conversion round for DFM.
30
Might even
seconds
give
left.
them match and series points. Autumn in with dimensional drift. A little bit desperate
अबे
to
ये
look
कुछ नया
out for
मैकेनिक
as
दिखा
much
भाई.
as
What the
possible.
fuck?
If Crystal can find the frags, but he wasn't looking the right way.
और ये कैसे हार गए हम लोग?
Now the flash goes out. It's just one guy in against the whole of DFM. He elects to save out for the up instead. You're up 5-12 now.
That is a lost in the source moment from GE right there.
Oh.
Taking battles that they did not to, and the dimensional drift of Autumn saw May, confirmed May, and Crystal just looked like he didn't hear it.
I am
अबे ये बहुत बड़ी गलतियां कर दीजिए यहाँ पे, बहुत बड़ी.
not quite sure.
I'm kind of not right now because DFM
Hello,
are playing
hello.
these rounds very wisely.
True.
They have, ever since we
Hello?
forget about the first
हाँ हाँ
round,
hello hello.
I've been a lot more impressed by the way they've been navigating majority of these rounds.
ಕೊದ್ದಲೆ ಬೇಜಿ.
I mean, so
And I mean,
So now
this is
Kimi
the
हारने
team
में
that
इतना
came into this
दीदा
with one
पिक
of the
वाला
worst
पड़ी.
attacking percentages so far.
Yep.
They are
Autumn
on a
खाली
flawless run on the attacking
पिट्टी
side of
बखली
the
उड़ांग.
map,
अरे
against a composition of DFMs that is defensively strong.
they just won a 3v5.
They won a 3v versus 5. They did.
It's pretty incredible. They're definitely doing things right, but for most of us on the outside looking in, I mean, we can only wonder what's going on with GE. Meanwhile, for DFM, this could be
5-12 तो छाड़ दिया भाई, हार
off
गया.
out for Yatska now.
It's 7 map points.
उट्टे भी जितनी
More
में
than they had in
डिफेंडिंग
the
है बेजे.
previous map.
Fuck you mean? Defender sided map है.
And whilst you're on this forward line with the operator at the moment, you're just immediately getting the puzzle pieces played.
how bro felt after dominating their
Give
map.
them a lot of time to cook with for themselves as well. Make sure you're not burning the recipe here.
अरे
Well, things catching
अरे
fire
Autumn
a
nice.
little bit. Autumn managing to put it out.
Oh,
Again.
अरे
Full
nice.
set of hands, don't get me wrong.
2v4.
Autumn कौन खोदियो एका कहलो से माल उसी खाली. बाकी सब हो गए कि फंबल କରୁଛନ୍ତି.
Sneak in and find as the spike is technically in a unretrievable position.
ଏଇ मैच ଟା Autumn ଚାଲଛୁ ଏକା.
Seth does have the ultimate to pick it up, but you have to find advantages first before deciding to utilize that.
Yeah, it's way too risky for now. Op still watching the angles though.
अरे Autumn.
And that will pretty much mean that this round
Very nice.
is done. 4K for
Oh, bhai
Autumn.
sahab.
All shots one by one.
Yeah, all shots one by one at the end of the day, but it needs to be more of the team play, right? We can't just have moments of individualness.
Can't have
because
time out
we saw
नीचे.
what happened.
Obviously Rocky करिए भी कौन.
The May show
Okay.
last year.
नहीं
It
सर
cannot
ने
just be
टिके.
a one-man army
अरे आ
attempt.
गुट्टा
It
राउंड
needs
की
to
दीटा
be
राउंड जितले मैंने
the
सन टाइम
rest of
आउट
the
नहीं जे.
squadron also lining up together
मतलब
to
इतना ही
laser
नहीं जे
opponents.
कहीं.
मतलब लाଗୁଛି ଏବେ ଲାଗି नहीं ଯିବେ ବୋଧେ.
At the moment. Yes,
Feel
you
us.
say round by round. Don't get me wrong. It's always round by round.
अबे
in this
दक्कल
game.
एक्चुअली ना ही तांका तो
That's
कहीं ना
only your
बहुत
first
राउंड
on
है
this
यहाँ पे.
defensive side. And we're
मैं
eventually
ले
going
लेनी
to have
भाई.
a stack of ults from DFM to throw into the mix.
अरे हो हो हो.
Good little start though.
Oh nice Autumn.
Quickly responding to May's footsteps up ramp, but now where else do you go? Because DFM, that was all a ruse.
Yudotan. Oh,
अरे nice.
dispatch of Kai.
अरे
Dang,
Autumn.
the op yet again. Making mincemeat
Nice
of
Autumn.
Cess. So this round looking
टिक्के
a
आगे
lot
एमटी मार पानो तेरे ना सर.
more of a premium
एकदम एज
tasting
वैसी की
one
मार
for
चुंदे वाला.
GE. Maybe in a flawless variety as well, which
अरे
will be
Batman.
very important.
भाई
And balance
8 है भाई.
the economy in these tomorrow's
ହାତରେ ଦିଟା ରାଉଣ୍ଡ ରଖିକି ମାରିବ ଭାଇ ଏମିତି.
Yeah, you really want to keep your stock
पूरा एज दे भाई या गोटे राउंड गले गला
गोटे राउंड जदी चोक करिवे ना माने
मैच हाजी
सरला
There are some timeouts the DFM can still deploy ults that they're still
इतने बढ़िया ऑफ चलतला सर से मैंने कोई चांस ही मिलला नहीं अपना बात सब राउंड तो हार्डली से ऑफ कोड ना
नहीं गला नहीं गला नहीं गला नहीं गला
हां टाइम आउट नहीं गला
It's not the worst thing. They did win after
सीवे
losing it in the last map. So
गोटे राउंड तो जीत गया ना
हां
और मन का टिके टेंपो भांग गया पे से माने पे जा ले
outside of this one, but 5 more for global.
Especially with the ultimates. I mean, right now, really just needing to find a solution to, well, whatever solution you want to deploy against Autumn and then Operator, right?
The
Always
easiest
running.
thing if you want to get away from that is you're prowling early and making sure that you're
क्यों तो चैट रखो जी
doing it on your
ऑटम
normal
के
lanes.
ऑफ शॉट के बाद मुझे पोल भी की याद आई
On this Yori, right? We're not
पोल
seeing
कार
a
ने
lot
खिला
of
प्लेयर दला
backing up
जी
his
रे
teammates to break any bit of
बोलो
momentum.
चलो चला ना
He's taking the fights and then trying to get out after the
भाई
hot shot.
डायबोलिकल ऑफ चलो मैं चाहता चलो थिला ऑफ से
मैंने किल्स होतला ना होनतला
तो वाह अरे से एआर दे बेटर में होतला ऑफ भलो चलेबा तथापि ऑफ न होतला
ओ
अबे बिंग्स को जी लैंग्वेज लैंग्वेज
Oh, look at the ults. How close they are to coming online for Yatsuka, for Kame.
As I said, Prowler out first, see if there's going to be anything on the closer line with that operator. You'll hear the interceptor to zap a little bit of this utility. So you start to get a little bit of a picture of who may be playing around. Things start to get destroyed, and Autumn's
अरे नाइस वन
get on.
ओ
Somehow still alive. He
2v3
a little bit early as well. The team trying to go off of it, but unfortunately shot down by Yudotan. Now, leading towards the back of this cosmic divide. They just can't see too much into sight.
से मैं भी सेव
Timing
कोई
comes
पारे
out a little bit earlier from DFM
No,
there that
time
it
तो
looks like
अच्छी है।
Global Esports were ready for, but they do manage to find it nicely as
सेव कोई
Yatsuka
पारे
deep in, whereby Yudotan, rest of the team hitting the shots as well, getting up those guns. And you would feel like in this situation that the job is still not done. 2 versus 3.
बीच में होता
We go around the merry-go-round for DFM towards this B side as well in a very long ride. Now look towards Global here, needing to make sure they aren't
30 seconds left.
too hesitant too. Making sure they're just holding, guns up. Because this should shift into a bit of a retake. Crystal for a
भाई
Prowler,
बीजें कहीं
Autumn
आसना
for a
decide
Flash,
के
Harvey with a couple of stars as well.
असला
10 seconds left.
But this B site does offer a lot of
हाँ
good
कॉल आसी थी
angles
ना
that
तंको
DFM can play from. So you
ले लाओ
have to make sure you do not overlook anything.
आराम से भाई
Hopefully not. Akami tries to
नाइस वन
walk with 1 kill, but it's not going to happen today. Not in this round.
Cess has put himself in the right spot
थोड़ा
for
असला
the valley.
Don't know though.
अरे
Stinger
दिया
right
मार
डिया डिया मारे
Yeah, it's kicking off with the flash coming through.
ठीक है
Well enough for
यही
GE.
पारी हो देखा
Another round
कौन
on the board.
A good spot if there's no haunt.
Yeah.
Let's be real. No haunt.
Throw 'em off.
Maybe it's a better gun. Maybe it's a vandal or something like that. Maybe they overlook a corner. We've seen players not check corners so far today. But
ऑप
it's good for GE. They hold on in their one at a time step that they need to go through.
It's the upcoming round though that I'm a little bit worried about.
The upcoming one. Not every single ultimate is online just yet.
Not yet, not yet. We're close.
Some utilization as well in that one for GE. Soon getting that cosmic divide in. Unaccessible soon. Autumn getting closer towards the drift though. One away. Let's see what this one comes out for DFM. Towards the B side. Is going to lock out potential.
नहीं विकास में सब ये प्रॉब्लम ही हो जी बस तेरा मैंने ये विचार हो हाँ क्यों बुझो देखा कॉल पे डायरेक्ट गेम खेली ले सब बीच में कोई अब एक जैसा ही जी गेम खेला
डायमेंशनल ड्रिफ्ट इट 1 2 3 को देखे नीचे 3 को देखे नीचे
DFM. The drift is not going to be able to find any kills, any rewards there.
ତାକୁ attempt करते मना करती है जैसे
हाँ
start
हाँ
करते
हाँ हाँ
ଏଟା କଣ ବେ
End up to worry about
And it
DSI.
ଏଟା
stays
କଣ ହେଇଛି
DFM off
Viper ult.
towards the vents more importantly, right? From looking for some different angles to try and
ଏମିତି କଣ
find some
ଦେଖାଉଛି
opening advantages. Haunt towards A main dodged, by the way. So there's a good window here for DFM to get free ramp control to set themselves up for a drift of their own.
ताको drift वाला असला
Start to worry about it. Kaide already sneaked up ramp. Spotting out Autumn. Into the with the drift.
अरे ना
Starts the execute. Players dead in an instant.
बहुत शीघ्र करने लगी
As I said, these ultimates, they could have been waiting for all of them, but it was go time on the dimensional drift, scoping out everything. Akame can even rip in the Nightfall towards the screens and make you have a
पछी आओ
bad
कौन
day here if you
रीटेक
wanted
करियो
to.
भाई पर अल्ट विथ
Never mind that, the guns at this point just not even enough. Just Pat to try to do and lift up everything. He's got to work around
हाँ सामना रे
strapped around elbow, and as soon as he takes out set, will deliver the killing blow. Final ending. In this fashion, it's DFM that takes it on the 2-1.
Showed in the server, I feel like on the attacking side, where needed the most as well from them. Very convincing start.
कोई ना guys nice one
Some great pistols. A couple of rounds, right, that also go really down to the wire that tip over into GE's favour. But there are a lot of good options there of security. The way this series started up on Breeze, GE, happy as Larry. Everything looking good for them, right? Breeze, uncomfortable territory it would seem for DFM at the moment. Pearl, questioning what comps will we start to see? What would it look like for both of the squads there? You get in towards this final map. I thought it could go close. I thought it could go either way. I thought
चलो guys
with a very good first half will look to be favorable, but I always had a
भाई split हार गए बे split हार गए
and I'm thoroughly impressed by the way they were doing it, and I'm also a little bit disappointed for GE.
Good night भाई
They came out with in the
अबे
very
यार
beginning with this roster right now has lost a bit of signature flavor.
Definitely does come to that point, but for now at least at the same time, DFM.
कौन stream देख रहा है भाई एक बार हाई लिखो
May, Kaide, Akame, all stepping up to bat in such a strong fashion. Let's toss it down to the stage with GE.
DFM with the reverse sweep against Global Esports today. Hello, we're gonna talk to Yacht.
कौन देख रहा है stream भाई हेलो
Trouble finding his way around the stage. Hugo, please come join me over here. Over here. Thank you. 네, 오늘 승리를 거둔 DFM의 야츠카 선수 만나보도록 하겠습니다. 승리 축하드립니다. 먼저 브리즈에서 워낙 그리고 팬맨 선수가 압도적인 경기를 보여줬기 때문에 오늘 좀 DFM 힘들지 않을까라는 생각을 했는데 역전승을 이렇게 가져가게 됐습니다. 먼저 경기 마친 소감과 함께 승리한 기분은 어떤지부터 물어보도록 하겠습니다. Congratulations.
गोल्ड फ्लैग पे ले लो ले
क्या भाई क्या हो गया
ये लाइट ने बोली थी ले गोल्ड फ्लैग ले
आ रहा है एक लाइट आ रहा है लगेगा यहाँ पे लगेगा लाइट यहाँ पे लगे मुंह पे लगेगा डायरेक्ट ये थोड़ा साफ करके जो ब्लेजर है ना यहाँ पे पीछे कर दूंगा थोड़ा अच्छा होगा लाइट नहीं आ रहा वरना चलो स्ट्रीम यहीं पर रखता है आज के लिए इतना है मैं मिलता हूँ तुमसे कल मोस्टली कल मिलूंगा ठीक है टाटा